Hello to all the beautiful people out there.
Yo,
Hello.
what's going on?
Hi.
How arteth thoueth beeth?
How art thou?
Arteth beeth thoueth.
Art is already the
Uh,
word, so you don't have to.
Mayhaps I'm doing okay.
Yo,
How-
you got to get your old land speak up, Reese, man.
I'm trying to help you,
I'm
and you're
trying.
not. We're not vibing here. How art
I'm
thou?
good. I
Oh.
ameth goodeth on myth my behalfeth.
So
Yo.
how was everyone's day?
Yeah. How was
Let me
everyone
tell you
else's
about my
day?
no. This is exciting. I need to talk about this.
Okay.
This needs to be said, okay?
You coming off really
Over-
hot. You coming off really hot.
Huh?
This better be good.
Listen. This is serious. This is
Okay,
a
I'm listening.
serious moment right now. Over the weekend, actually, I don't know if it was the weekend because I kind of forget when I did it. But at some point within the last couple of days, I took on a 20-year vendetta and finally beat Kudelka after
Oh, yes.
all this time of talking about it, of asking everybody, anybody, have you heard of Kudelka?
Have you heard of
beat it.
Kudelka? Have you heard of Kudelka? Yo, you play Kudelka? Yo, let me show you this game. It's called Kudelka. This, that, and the other. Man's
Yeah,
never
but
beat it.
Have you heard of Kudelka? And yes, I finally beat it. Did not beat the secret boss because that dude is OD.
Then you
But
didn't beat the game.
nah, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, we're not hearing that blasphemy.
Stop
You
it.
didn't
I
beat
don't
the
have
game
to
then.
beat your super hard secret boss just to say I beat the game. Like,
Yeah, that's come on.
I beat through the
That's-
main story. I know what happens. I beat the game.
That's not canon.
I don't
right.
have to fight Nemesis to see Yuna and Titus
Oh,
in the water. You know what I'm saying? And see my man's just vaporized. That's the story.
Speaking of know the
story.
Ow.
That's the
speaking of
story.
know the story, I
Yeah.
actually
Okay.
got like I had some real because I was you know how like you watch an anime and you get like if it has a quite the few the quite amount of episodes you like get really into it and then when it's over you're like, well dang, like what do I do with my life now, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I mean I guess it doesn't have to be anime, it could be a show, but I just watch a lot of
Whatever.
anime.
Yep. I get it.
But so when I beat the game, I was like, yo, I was really working on this game for like the past couple of weeks. Like, well, what am I supposed to? So
And now you're
I
empty.
yeah, right. I had that empty feeling. So I did like a deep dive into the lore of Kudelka. And apparently there's 3 endings in the game. I didn't do them. I went and YouTubed them like a normal human should.
Smart.
But
That's what I would do. But there's a lot of people out here who would play all that.
yeah. I went and YouTubed them. And they did it so weird. So the good ending is classified as the good ending because everybody survives, everybody lives.
Makes
That's
sense.
the good ending, and it's the second to shortest one. Did I say that right? Second shortest. One. Yeah, second shortest. The
What
bad
in terms
ending,
of playtime?
Yeah.
well, in terms of how long the ending cutscene plays out.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the whole game.
Yeah.
No. Just the ending cutscene. It's the second shortest one. And then the quote unquote bad ending, one of the characters dies. And then a 10-minute cutscene happens. And this is the canon story for what leads into Shadow Hearts. So
What do I
it's
need the
fun,
other
man.
stuff for? Who
bro,
cares?
I saw the good ending because nobody died. Like I did, I'm saying I put in the work. And so yeah, I don't know. I was kind of upset about that I got the good ending, but not the canon story.
But that's not the canon ending.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
beat the
then
game.
there's the worst ending where you run into the final boss and it spits acid on everybody and everybody dies.
Which is also not canon.
That's not canon. No, that is indeed
Well, I would hope
not
that
canon.
I would hope publishers, developers don't write stories for their protagonists to just die. It'd be like, oh, you beat the game. I'm like,
Well, to
okay,
be fair,
to
Chrono
be
Trigger
fair,
did it
can I-
first. Like, if you wanted to,
Yes.
you could die to Lavos and say, I beat the
And
game.
then say, yeah.
Technically, you could do that.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna fight nobody on that hill, but all right, bro. Like,
Like, you know what?
I mean,
I
that
did all
is a-
this. I'm tired. You know what, Lavos? whatever, man. I did my
You
bit.
got it, bro.
You got it,
That is a
fam.
very unfulfilling ending.
Oh,
I am
For
hell.
me, yes,
But if that's how
Brothers,
you wanted to walk away, when
cool.
I beat Chrono Cross with the
All right, don't spoil this for me at least, because we've been on a spoiling spree for like these past few minutes. Don't spoil Cross for me at least.
What
Well,
I spoil?
I mean, be with the whole my man's disappearing, and now,
Bro,
all right, fine.
Fam.
Let's say it. Fine, I'll say it. Yes, these games are a couple decades old now. If you ain't played, that's your business. However, I'm still
to
gonna.
be fair, we didn't give
We didn't give a yeah, we did not do that.
Right.
So
that's what I will apologize for. Apologize.
Henceforth, there
Yeah.
may be spoilers.
Bro, it's a podcast, bro. We talk about
And we
all
have
the
to.
stuff
We kind of
that's
do
happening.
have to talk about these things. So
We got to get into it. So spoiler
I feel like
alert.
what I said
Mhm.
wasn't spoiler. I didn't give away who the character was that died. And on the worst ending, well, everybody died.
And those two endings don't matter because they're not canon.
Yeah, they're not canon. So well, yeah. But what I was gonna say with Chrono Cross is that I got the bad ending, and that yo, dude, I kid you not, the
Okay.
bad ending in Chrono Cross, you defeat the final boss,
Okay.
credits roll, game over, like that's it.
that's
There is no cutscene.
that's the normal ending.
That's it. That's the bad ending.
That's the bad ending.
yeah.
So you all die. Credits. Game over.
No, you don't.
No.
wait,
You don't die.
Chrono Cross now.
Oh,
This is Chrono Cross.
Chrono Cross. Oh, say it again then.
Yeah.
What
You
up?
beat the final boss.
Uh-huh.
Credits roll.
Oh, that's kind of chips.
I was
That's-
like, what?
That's
It was the
actually
most
kind of chips. Yeah,
unfulfilling
that's
ending.
very unfulfilling.
But
Yeah.
like I was playing
Like-
the game for a long time, so I wanted to move on. I am gonna go back to it, but yeah, nah. That like those bad, like I can't just walk away on a bad ending. That is like super chips.
Mhm. There you go. See, that's what we here for. Get the get the canon. You got to
if it-
play it multiple
If
times
it is
sometimes.
a game that has an ending that I want to try to get, I might play for that. Depends. All depends on the game.
Yeah.
All depends on the game. Because like, especially if I have to play through it again from the beginning, bro, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna watch that on YouTube because I beat it. I'm good.
Oh yeah. No, see, Kudoka's not like that. There's just some
Right.
things you have to do in your inventory.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
the wow, that we already get the spoiler warning, whatever.
Hey, spoiler alert!
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
already
out.
did. We already did.
Yo, Kudoka
Because
came
I'm
out
like, hold on.
2000, fam.
Yeah,
like you gotta get with it.
That's an old game. And I'm thinking,
Like-
I'm like, hold on, because I'm thinking of all the games that I played that have had multiple endings, and I'm like, I don't think inventory management was one that affected my ending.
Yeah,
Mm.
Kudoka's different. Yo, Kudoka's different in every aspect.
Every aspect.
I love that game. I love that
Man,
game.
say,
It needs
yo,
a real
real
quality of life update. But man, that was such a great game made by SNK, and like it just did things that no other games was doing, man. Like
and that
man,
a lot of games still ain't doing, because unfortunately that was the only game in that series, unless you want to
you
count
know
Shadow
what?
Hearts.
I wonder, is there another horror or thriller, I guess, because it's not really horror, like thriller themed RPG out there? I guess what's that one? Parasite Eve?
Parasite. Thriller.
Yeah,
Definitely thriller. Yeah.
it definitely is. I'm
But
sure it's
and that was
classified as horror,
squared.
but
Yeah.
It ain't scaring nobody. But
Yeah,
Because-
that's why I said thriller.
Yeah.
like,
There's that
it's probably
whole
classified
horror
as horror,
thriller separation and things like that. Yeah.
but yeah,
But
those
it's
might be the
actually
only two.
let's see.
from then, or you talk about in general? Because I'm pretty sure there's
Period,
a number
in
of
life,
them on
in video
PC.
gaming.
Because we're just entering. Well, y'all are just entering the realm of PC
oh,
gaming.
They're
so-
saying
PC one.
Bloodborne, Bioshock.
Bloodborne, Bioshock, fine.
Bioshock's an RPG.
That's RPG.
Bioshock is considered an
Yeah.
RPG. It's a story
let me-
game. But
let
it's
me
considered an
rephrase.
RPG.
Let me rephrase it. A traditional RPG.
So like a tactics game,
Like,
or JRPG.
Menus, like
Yeah.
the old school menus.
Nero from our
RPG.
chat is wondering if
I would
Vagrant Story would be classed as a horror JRPG.
Vagrant Story. I've never played Vagrant Story, but really, is that
I don't
canon?
think it's
Vagrant
horror
Story?
per se. This
Yeah.
is gutter. Like, you out there and you got to do what you got to
Yeah.
do.
I don't really have.
I
any
never really
experience
got
with it.
a horror thriller vibe from Vagrant Story.
Yeah, but either way, it's small. It's not big.
There's
No.
not a
very
lot. It's
small.
not. It's very, very, very. You can probably
Like,
count on your
Even
your hands and
counting them,
toes.
even counting the action ones, it's still small.
The actual. What do you mean the
Ooh.
actual one?
Like
Action.
Oh,
Bloodborne
the
and Dark
action.
Souls
I
and
thought you
stuff.
said
Yeah.
actual.
Action.
Yeah. Has
Hmm.
there been any games that you guys have had a 10+ year vendetta against, and you finally beat it relatively
Xenogears.
recently? Xenogears.
It was supposed. I started on Vandal Hearts 2 first. Also, that was like one of the very first games I was streaming. I'm like, this game wins again, and then I went and played Xenogears and beat that instead. But
It's Hanyu said, "Have you seen Sweet Home? What is that?"
Sweet Home.
They just said Sweet Home. I don't know.
Sweet Home game. I think I know what that. Whoa.
KJ, I was actually there for this. KJ2294 beat Digimon World 2, and I was actually there for that ending. And he was so hyped, so excited to finally. Yeah, we actually beat. He beat that game first, and then like I think the next day is when I beat Kudelka.
Sweet
Gotcha.
Home from It's Hanyu. Oh yeah, it is a survival horror RPG, but it was for
Really?
it was for the Famicom.
The Famicom.
So that's
Yeah.
89.
Wow.
And
I don't have one.
I
I
don't
don't have
have-
one that like a long time game that I didn't beat that's
You never
that's
beat?
been non at me. I don't have one.
I have another one that I'm gonna be tackling real soon. As soon as I'm
Well,
done
you
with
beat Final
Fantasia.
Fantasy 9.
But
Did you
really
say
have a
Fantasia?
vendetta
Me?
against it, though.
wait, me for 9?
Yeah.
That was more like 4 years. That wasn't 10 years.
Oh,
But
okay,
I didn't
okay.
play it back then.
But did you say Fantasia?
No, I said after Fantasian, I have
Oh.
another game that I have a vendetta with that I'm gonna knock off.
What's that?
Radiata Stories.
Oh, that is a
Now,
good game.
I got to the end of that game and I was bad at video games back then, so I got whooped out. But now, with the knowledge, we good to go.
Knowledge
was
is
my life.
power.
Knowledge
Yeah.
is power.
That was my life in Chrono Trigger. I got to a boss. He's got, everybody knows, if you play Chrono Trigger, you know what I'm talking about. It's a guy and he's got like one hand like heals, the other hand's like throwing electric powers, and like he can hit you with electric and fire. That boss just whooped me out. I could not do anything.
Wait. Which game is this?
Chrono Trigger.
Oh,
He's got the two hands and he's like at the top of a mountain, and he's just like he just whooped me out. And then I finally, a couple months ago, actually beat Chrono Trigger for the first time and whooped that. But I actually whooped him out, and I was like,
see,
wow,
it's the
like,
same thing. Like
15-year-old me was trash
it's
at
bad.
RPGs.
I'm like, hold on, I play
I'm
games
like,
very different.
Bro, that's why I
Yeah.
am among the younger me is not sliding me in no video games. Not one. Not
Yeah,
one.
not.
Not one.
Uh,
None.
see-
0 games.
I had that conversation with myself.
Better than younger me
Mhm.
at RPGs, but way better than older me at fighting games.
Bro, fighting, shooters, RPGs, all of it, bro.
Oh, maybe shooters.
You don't
too.
got a shot.
Yeah, RPGs is probably the only things I've improved in.
Yeah, RPGs for me.
Probably,
Well,
probably GDR.
I think you're better at racing simulators now, Reese.
Oh,
than you were
well,
back
Racing
then.
Sims, yeah, because I
Shooters, you're better at shooters now
Actually
than you were
driven a
back
car
then.
for 10 years. I'm like, okay, let me actually bring all of that experience. Shooters, yes, because I've actually played them. I'll say something I forgot. DJ Max, like, because back then I was good then, but I only played 4 months. Now I play 4, 6,
my
8.
goodness.
I think I'm better. So
Neo Virgil just brought up a banger. I don't know. I don't think this like had anything to do with our conversation. I think they're just, chatting in the chat. But Neo Virgil asked, have you heard of Custom Robo Battle
course I know
Evolution
Custom Robo.
on
I love
that game.
GameCube? Yo,
Love that game.
Y'all
this is
would
an
not
action
hush
RPG. I don't think it's a
about
action
Custom
RPG,
Robo
but
when that game came out. Like, that wasn't
Bruh,
like,
listen,
fam, that was a
listen.
fun game. And I
Custom
even own
Robo.
it.
It was a fun game. It was super fun. It was like, you know how like there's NBA 2K and then you got like 3v3 backyard, whatever that game y'all was playing on the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, three on three.
Custom
That's
Robo
great.
is classified as an action RPG.
Wow.
Is it really?
Wow.
It's a 4-player mode, but
Ooh.
it's like the way it plays, I guess, because upgrading the characters and their items, and then you got to put them on. You can take off different parts and mix and match. That's how they're considering it.
Interesting. I guess Mario's a RPG too.
Because you have to level up
which Mario? Come on, Key.
Right,
which Mario? Don't be doing that. Don't be. I heard you, man. I guess Mario's an RPG. I mean, you're not wrong. There's the Superstar Saga. We got Paper Mario. Like we can go down the list.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of Mario RPGs. Mario Rabbids. We can keep going.
Which is in my cart, by the way. Both of them.
Mario Rabbit, the new one.
Both of them.
Oh, the old one. When did the old one come out?
Like 2-3 years ago.
3 years ago. That's it.
Mario and Red. Let me see here. This game came out August 2017. Yeah, it's going on its 4th year soon.
Ah, okay. Relatively soon, recently.
And is there more than 2 games in the series?
I never heard of Rabbids until the new one was announced.
Oh, this latest one that came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got put on by Imrod's son. It's like, yo, look at my dad's making me play. I'm like, what?
What is
Why
this?
did I not know about this?
Like,
why am I not playing this? This
looks flames. But
I'm super stoked for the new one.
Yeah, Dark and Godly Villain said it was Nintendo's Gundams, which, like, if you've never played a Gundam game or whatever, that's what if you've never played Custom Robo, that's exactly what it's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And also, thanks to Alex Sappi in the chat for saying this, because I'm actually not really familiar with the Mario and the Luigi series. I was too focused on the Paper Mario series.
But
he stated that Superstar Saga did what the Paper Mario games refused to after the 1,000-Year Door.
Bro.
What's that?
When I saw those, I'm like, it's a proper JRPG.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
they're on the DS, right? I think.
Oh, dope. Yeah.
Oh, the Mario and Luigi?
The Superstar Saga.
I think they span generations. So they were Game Boy Advance and DS. Let me just double check.
They're on the Switch now, though, right? Like, wasn't that news a little while ago?
So there's Superstar Saga is GBA, Partners in Time is DS, Bowser's Inside Story is DS, Paper Jam is 3DS, and then they have remakes.
Right.
So remakes came out on the Switch.
Is it this one? One of them did. I think it was like a combo game, like Superstar Saga and Bowser's Minions. One of those came out for that.
Yeah, I would like to play Superstar Saga. That game's pretty.
I actually want to
cool.
too, because there was Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door, was they had the quote traditional RPG aspects.
Yeah, those games were fire.
They kind of went off the rails a little bit. Every game after this was different. So there was Super Paper Mario for the Wii, where they did the 2D to 3D transition, which was really cool, but
I
they kind of eschewed that. Then Color Splash for Wii U. And
which is the one you had for Switch?
The one I had was Origami King.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Origami King.
Yeah, so Color Splash for Wii U, and then Sticker Star for 3DS, and then Origami King.
You finished Origami King, yeah?
Yes. I beat all of them except Color Splash.
I think I'm like a third of the way through.
Yeah, you started
playing mad sparingly. I was
gonna say you play sparingly.
Everything else is clear. I'm like, let me get a game because I like the little puzzle battle system. It's lit.
So now that I know that the Mario and Luigi series kind of stayed close to the RPG elements, I want to play that even more now.
You haven't seen them?
I haven't. No.
Oh man, it looked really cool. I'm surprised they don't have but I guess I don't know. I just feel like that it doesn't Superstar Saga. I could be wrong because I don't really know much about their series as a whole, Mario as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like the Paper Mario games get more hype than the Superstar Saga games, and I just feel like I don't know. I thought I saw Superstar Saga, and man, I thought it was really cool looking.
Probably the whole handheld versus console thing. I couldn't tell you because it's been so long. I couldn't tell you why I didn't get them because I had every single one of their handhelds. So,
wait, I mean, I don't know.
I honestly just skipped right over it, and I don't know why.
A lot of people skipped over them.
You skipped over what? Superstar Saga?
The whole me?
Yeah,
the whole Mario and Luigi series.
In Luigi series, the whole thing.
Yeah, I haven't played any of them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add that to the list right now, actually. Before I forget.
I need
They
to
look cool.
play.
They look
If they
really
brought
cool.
it to Switch, that would be dope. That would be dope. It's weird that they don't have.
That would make perfect sense for them to do that.
Yeah,
too.
that it's not already there. I mean, Mario's their guy. You know, I was
Mario
actually
is literally their guy.
Yeah, it is. It's their guy. So that's weird.
It already got so the first one released in 03 on GBA, then it got remade in 17 for the 3DS. So now they'll be remaking it again for the Switch.
Oh, there you go. I could wait.
So maybe they probably do it in a couple years, but
yeah, I could wait.
Yeah. Oh,
wait,
and then
like
the Switch.
the year
drop
the Switch came
later.
out, they remade these in October.
Oh, so yeah. So what? Why didn't they drop it
And the
for
Switch came out? It was
The
probably
Switch came.
already
It
in
was
development.
probably like from March to October. Yeah, that was in final stages.
They still could have put it there.
I mean, but the Switch doesn't take a year to make, right? So like they knew they was making the Switch.
True. I mean,
Who knows the timetable? It could have been possible.
it was
I'll say
developed
that.
by Alpha Dream, not Nintendo. That matters too.
Yeah, not Nintendo and most likely Intelligent Systems who did the Paper Mario series. Yo, Intelligent Systems, that's essentially first party.
Intelligent Systems is first party.
Yeah, because Intelligent Systems brought out all the Nintendo bangers. If it's a good Nintendo game, it probably got made by Intelligent Systems.
Oh, it's like that.
Paper Mario being one of them.
Are you being biased right now?
No, I'm just
Wait, what are we talking about?
Intelligent, the company behind
Oh,
the
yeah.
game. Yeah.
Gotcha. It's kind of like how Insomniac was before they officially purchased them in 2018. Or like Naughty Dog before they officially bought them. It's just like they only do stuff with us. They only work with us. They only really do stuff that we asked them to do. So we might as well just bring them in.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. That's been added to the list. So that's 2 whole Mario series that I've just been kind of neglecting. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, I actually went on my Switch. And I was like bored on my couch. I was playing on my Switch and I went to the Nintendo, like that. What is it called? Like it has it has those emulators, the Nintendo and Super Nintendo emulator.
Oh,
things.
yeah. Just the NES and SNES online.
Yeah. And I went and I played one of the Mario games. Like, actually, I don't know what it was called. Super Mario
World.
World. Yes.
Mario World.
I played Super Mario World.
That's the one. That's one of the ones.
That's the one.
Yeah,
And then I played some Diddy Kong game.
Listen, let me
I think it was
Donkey Kong Country?
No.
Was he wearing like a sky blue onesie?
Pink with a feather in the hat. It was like name was like Dizzy or something like that.
Dixie Kong?
Yeah. That's deeper.
Dixie.
Yeah. That's
So
Dixie.
that's Dixie Kong,
Diddy.
Donkey Kong Country 3, 2 or 3, one of them.
Maybe, yeah. It's
One
deeper.
of those. Nero says Donkey Kong Country 2.
2, yeah. It's one of those, yeah.
It was one of those. Yeah.
Let me tell y'all how much I love speedrunning. Because you mentioned Alex Zappy. He explains things like that, forgetful uncle. I mean, we figure it out eventually.
Listen, man. I work with what I got, man.
Yeah, that's 2. Diddy Kong Quest.
Oh, it's Quest? Okay. So
Yeah.
you mentioned Super
She's
Mario
wearing
World.
a hat, a visor.
It's a visor?
It's a whole
her hair
visor.
coming out the back.
That's hair? Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I knew
It's
so
funny
pink on the
looking
head
at these
with a feather.
images after all these years when we thought what it was and it isn't. Like that actually happened to be when he was over was it a couple days ago? Yesterday, whenever he was over, and he was playing
Saturday.
Perfect Dark. And you know how Key, you remember when he was playing Perfect Dark and how the menu comes up on the screen for you to select your options?
Yeah.
Did you realize that that's actually a visor that comes out to display the main menu to her face?
Wait, what? No.
So
Really?
this little computer thing comes over and it's like, and it opens.
And then you
And
see
displays the information in like an augmented reality type of way. I'd never noticed that on those old 64 graphics.
On the old 60,
I
and
beat
they
that.
look exactly this. They're just upscaled. That's it. They're the exact same graphics. It was
Speaking
always that
of
odd. Just be
upscale.
like that.
Upscaling matters. That game
Speaking
looks
of
completely different.
Speaking of N64 graphics, KJ2294 says Paper Mario has the N64 controller.
Oh yes, get ready.
Dot.
5.
We talk about
more
how
powerful
the
I
than
don't think
the
it
Ellipse.
matters because it's a JRPG. Oh. What does it matter?
Yes.
If it's like a
Actually, yes.
shooter or a sports game or any other kind of game,
Yeah, just
any other kind of game,
You probably only
trash.
need directionals A and B. Like that's probably all you
Yeah.
need, really.
Yeah.
But I don't know because I've never played the game.
fam, I haven't played this, so I'm trying to remember if you actually do use the C
Long
buttons.
time ago.
Listen, all I know is
Uh,
the N64 controller is the worst controller ever invented. Can I
lies.
get an amen?
No, you cannot get an amen.
Why? What is a worse controller than the N64
PS3
controller?
boomerang.
It never came. You always
didn't
say
specify.
that. The boomerang never came out.
It doesn't
We
matter.
never got to use it. It never touched our fingertips. Why
You
do you bring it up?
You never specified real or unreal.
I did not say designed. I said
Okay, fine. OG Xbox.
it's worse than the N64 controller. You literally
Fam.
need 3 hands.
You need 3 hands for that mammoth Xbox controller too, fam. That thing is huge.
Don't y'all always say you have big hands? I mean, that controller
No.
was
That
the
controller
one
was a
too big.
tank.
Yeah.
that
The
controller.
360 controller was king. That blew the PS3 controller out the water.
The
Because
360.
the PS3
I don't
controller
remember it.
literally put the hard plastic angle right on my ring. I mean, my right on my middle finger.
Oh,
It would hurt so bad.
What?
Yo,
What
fam,
controller? The PS3
the
controller?
PS3.
PS3
Using the
controller.
DualShock 3 all
Had
those
a-
years
Yeah.
and not realizing how small it was when
Mhm.
we got these DS4s, and then I immediately went back to the PS. My hand started hurting right then and there.
hurt right immediately.
How the hell did I use this controller from
For
06
hours.
to 13
I don't remember how a
hours
PS3 controller is.
at a
Bro.
I
time?
think I have one somewhere around, but yeah.
That thing was just digging its plastic into my hand. I'm like, yo, this hurts so much. How did I just ignore this pain after a while?
I think, in 06, our hands were probably smaller. Probably.
Yeah.
06, what was I in 06? I was
Yeah, it's a possibility.
17.
Like when it first came out. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
my hands weren't as
17? Oh, bro, I was 160.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a little different for me because I was probably smaller during the PS4 era because I was bigger when we were younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also
when did you
just
start?
life growing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
growing,
thing
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Just life.
Yeah, I was a stick.
And to add on to that, because I still have my PS3 Slim, the one with the slide top. It's not automatic. You got to press the button, and it's the white one I have. I gave that to my sons, and they weren't about to get my DualShock 4s, so I had to go and get some DS3s off of Amazon. And I'm like, let me make sure these actually work. And I'm holding them like, this is crazy. Good thing their hands are small, so they don't have to tolerate the pains that I had to deal with. But yeah, that controller's small, and I didn't realize that.
It is, but the Xbox controller is still better than the N64 controller.
I saw a comment earlier from KJ2294. It's literally made, the N64 controller is literally made for Goro and the Shao Kahn.
Bro, seriously.
That's
no,
it. That's it.
seriously.
They
Like,
literally
what do
made
you,
that control from a champ, bro. Like,
what do you
Like-
gain for putting in that middle part? Like, bro, why? Why? Who? My man said it was made from a champ. That took me a while.
I was waiting for
Yo,
you
it
to
literally
hit it.
just it literally just hit.
bruh, like,
It's like I just
Oh,
heard it.
crap.
I was like, wait
Yo,
a minute.
yo, I wouldn't have minded
shit.
even if they just made it like with the trigger thing and one side. I would have been fine
You
with
know
that.
what? You know what?
What's
You know what?
this other side?
Other part.
Nintendo
You see, and I was-
64.
That controller was already weird. I was even weirder because I
Yeah.
used it like a regular controller, bruh. Like
Because
I had
that
one
is
hand on
not-
each side. I used it one hand on each side. Yeah, my
Yeah,
joints
you were
was
weird
whack.
for that,
my
damn.
joints, my fingers was stretching, bro. Stretching.
I wish I was
Okay.
there to watch you so I could clown. Because I can't clown you as
Bruh,
effectively
like,
now as I could have back then.
I was
'Cause,
straight
fam,
up puppet mastering that controller. Like my hands was just like like stretched out. I didn't know how to use it. I got the console. I was like, "Oh, this is fire!" But wait, am I supposed to use this with a friend? Like, how do
Am
you,
I supposed?
Use it with a friend. That's lit. That's lit. That's lit.
like,
Y'all
I
are
don't
y'all
know.
are y'all are gonna stop
Again,
disrespecting this
I will
controller,
always
fam.
give the controller respect for making the analog popular,
Yeah.
like the trigger popular. Like it did a lot. The rumble feature popular. Like It did a lot. But bro,
Oh,
bro, some games you have to hold it like this, then change and then switch back. What is that, bro? You can't get cheeky with this. Wait,
Come on.
come on, man.
That
y'all
was
are gonna y'all need to stop disrespecting the granddaddy controller.
Granddaddy,
Okay.
stop with it. It was
You know how I
innovative.
feel right
Your
now?
granddaddy got bad knees, bro. It's a bad controller.
There you go.
It was
Y'all gonna-
innovative. It was so peep this. It was so
There you go.
innovative that PlayStation brought out new controllers with analog. It was like, oh wait, this is hot. Like this
Right.
is dope.
Dude,
Like,
the DualShock came out with shock and with the little rumble button. You can turn the rumble on.
Yeah.
It was like, oh.
Are y'all looking at the stream?
remember the original
features are
PlayStation
elite.
controller did not
I
have
see
analog.
what you did there. Get that up out of there,
Listen,
bro.
y'all gotta stop disrespecting the controller, man.
Get that out of here, bro. Oh,
But
Nah.
serious.
but I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't spend a lot of time with it, though, right?
Oh yeah,
I would've spent more
I
if
love
they
my
were-
N64.
if there were
Yeah,
more
same.
RPGs for the 64,
Yo, there's no RPGs for the 64.
There are
Unless you
none.
count Gauntlet, unless you count Gauntlet, there are literally no RPGs for the 64.
and that's wild.
Virtually none. Yeah.
Just Paper Mario, right?
Like almost
That's it.
everyone got canceled essentially. Earthbound 64 got canceled, and that ended up
Mario
turning in
64? Okay, Paper Mario.
Paper Mario.
Yep.
Well, there's a Paper Mario for every generation, essentially.
Got
So,
you. Paper
Um,
Mario, and if you want to count Gauntlet as well.
Gauntlet,
Yep.
sure. Yeah, like I said, Earthbound 64 got canceled. That turned into Mother 300 GBA. All those, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff that got canceled on the 64, actually.
Wait, Toad McDowell says Quest 64. That's a I never
Quest
played it.
64,
So-
yeah.
What is this? Aiden Chronicles, the First Mage.
Never heard of
Quest
it. Okay.
64.
Quest 64, yep.
Gauntlet Legends.
Gauntlet.
Yep, see? Brought that up.
Hybrid Heaven.
Hybrid Heaven, which
Never
is funny
heard of
because
it.
Nero
And
literally
Paper
in our
Mario.
chat literally
Those are
just
the
said
five.
Hybrid Heaven.
Those are the 5?
Those are
Those
the
are the
5
five.
RPGs for the Nintendo 64.
You know what? I respect that
Wow.
list for not listing Zelda on there. Thank you, list. Thank you.
Yeah.
Too many people. There's too many people in the world out there classifying. And let me specify Ocarina of Time, because I hear there's actually some Zeldas that are RPG or have RPG elements. I don't know. I've never played them. But too many people out there in the world classifying Ocarina of Time as an RPG.
Mm.
So thank you for that list. I appreciate you.
So now that I have that list, I'm gonna go on Amazon and get me a Bluetooth N64 controller.
That's crazy. Who's out there putting that game under that connotation?
Under that
You know
genre,
what?
under that
Never mind.
genre,
There's a
yeah,
lot of people.
because there's
There's a lot
many
of
people.
There's
and
a lot of people.
I type in N64 controller.
Because they're going by the technical thing, right? It's a role playing game. If that's the case, all games.
Yo,
are role-
all
Oh,
games are
literally
role
every
players. Like
Don't get me started. That's a
Literally
peeve.
every-
It wasn't even a peeve before, but it's become a pet peeve of mine. Of when we're discussing RPGs. Well, you role play as that character. Okay, so
oh my
Pong.
goodness, we're
I'm
not
role
doing
playing
this.
as the thing moving up and down. So Pong is an RPG too, right?
Okay, stop.
Listen,
Stop.
Honestly,
The
that's
paddle
how I
is not a
feel.
living sentient thing. Let's not do this
Why
right
does
now.
it have to be? That is not. Is that canon? That it has to be sentient?
Well, you have to be playing a role.
You got to play a role. So in order for you to play a role, you must be sentient.
like a role.
You must be aware of the role that you're playing.
But I'm with Key.
But
just
yes,
not
yes.
that far. Pong, bro.
Pong, yeah, you forced it.
Fine.
You
Fine.
forced it. You forced
you
it.
play.
I'm playing. Listen, if you're gonna get technical, I'm playing the role of a moving slider thing, slapping the ball. But listen,
I stop. Stop.
I think it's canon. I still feel like it's canon. I think it's a canon argument.
Whatever, man. I'm over here I'm looking for N64 controls on Amazon, and I actually see even worse variants. I kind of want to show them
looking up N64 controllers. Stop.
because
it.
I want to play
Stop
the
it.
only 5 RPGs on N64 and say that I played every single RPG on N64
Yo,
that ever exists.
Speaking of N64, I was streaming the other day and I literally said, "Oh man, I wish Sir Sparrow was here." I literally said, "Yo, there was a game that I had back in the day for N64
Mhm.
where there was mechs and I have no idea what I was doing and I have no idea what it was called."
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, Blast Cores."
Oh, I remember that
And
game.
Blast Cores.
I was like, "What?" Bro, I almost cried because I like looked it up. I was like, "Yo, wait." Like when he said the name sounded so familiar to me.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "What?" and I went and looked it up, and I was like, "This is it. This is the game." I don't know what this game is about. I don't know what I was doing in this game. What stuff was happening. And I kind of wanted to cry because it brought me way back to my childhood. Like, I have no idea what that game is about. I don't have no idea what you do in that game.
Nero in our chat shares your sentiment. What is that game even about? I played it for hours and didn't know anything.
That's what I'm saying.
You destroy buildings and farms and
destroy
other
stuff,
structures.
I guess.
I did not.
If the player fails, if the carrier collides with an object. A demolition vehicles that it's like Rampage but cars. Like it's like a sandbox game. It was made by Rare.
I have no idea what I was doing in that game, dude.
You saw
it was like
puzzles and move stuff. That's it. Yeah, you solve puzzles, you move stuff.
Yeah. Back then, I had no idea what I was doing. No idea.
You was just doing.
The game is before its time. It's like wow. It's like one of these like modern like big world. Puzzle building, destroying things. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's got like 90s and 80s across the board. People love this game.
Really? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't seen this game in years, fam.
9, not knowing what I'm doing, what I'm holding in my hand. Like, I don't know what's going on in the world.
Blast Corps was among Rare's first games for the 64 and led a run of 7 critically acclaimed Rare titles. You know what one of them was, but
Jeff was Gemini.
And another one of them.
I know you
gotta have that Conker's Bad Fur Day, man.
You gotta solve with this Conker's Bad Fur Day, fam.
Yo, Conker's Bad Fur Day is lit. All right, y'all need to play that. I haven't played it, but I know about it.
He knows about this is Kudelka all over again, basically.
Yo, chill, be cool, because I actually played Kudelka.
Well, you spent time with Kudelka. Yo, for the record, if you spend an exuberant amount of time with a game, bro, you can speak on that game even if you didn't finish it.
Yeah,
real talk.
That's fair.
Some people will be like, "Oh, but did you finish it?" I'm like, "Bro, I put 60, 70 hours into it. I don't have to beat it, bro. I know what it's about."
Bro, I put 300 hours in Skyrim. I can tell you what this, that, and the other. I didn't beat the game. What's good? I probably know more than you do when you beat the game.
Into Oblivion. I never did the first quest. I can tell you I like
that. Blows my mind more than anything. My man put 100 hours and didn't even play 50% of the game.
Yo, when I went into Jay's stream and I saw he was like in the gates of hell. I'm like, yo, what is where are you? What is this? I've never seen this part of the map. He's like, oh, I'm in Oblivion. I'm like, you can go in there? What?
It's the name of the game. Like,
it's like, what?
I spent so much time in Oblivion. It was great because it's so hard in there. Even on normal, it's hard.
Think about how massive that game is, where I put 100 hours into it and there's still more game. Like, there's a whole half of the game I have not seen. It's kind of
Oblivion Game of the Year file.
And you can speak on all the leveling, all of the systems. And you can speak on everything about the game except certain story points that you don't know.
I can't speak about the story. Yeah.
Is it?
But the entire game.
Right. But you can, but you know, like the voice acting is good. Everything about the game, you can speak on every aspect of the game. Except
how you can end up
story elements.
Hopping around like Spider-Man by the time you're level 30.
You say that game was huge, but that game's barely under 7 gigs.
Under 70 gigs?
7.
Is what you can do that makes
7?
Single. 7. Yes.
The game is under 7 gigs.
And that's
Skyrim?
game of the Oblivion. That's Game of the Year edition.
That's with the Sheol-Gorath?
Yes.
What? 7 gigs?
6.6. Yeah. Well, okay.
That's crazy.
6.66. But what are the chances?
That is
but yes,
crazy.
all that game, 300 hours, and it's 6 gigs.
Damn.
But if you want your mind blown even more, you got to think back to how long did it take you? Well, you didn't beat did you beat Super Mario World, B?
Super Mario World?
Yeah. Now that game has over 100 stages.
Yep.
All varying, or all have their own different elements and things like that.
Game's like 5 megabytes.
That game's around 5 megabytes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I knew it. I called that.
You can make a text file on your PC right now, type up about a paragraph, not a paragraph, that's a force, but you can make a text file that equals the same thing. And it'll be bigger than Super Mario. It's kind of crazy.
I could take a picture bigger than that.
You could take literally, you could take it.
Oblivion was 4.6.
Yeah, that's probably base.
On release. Yeah.
On release,
On release. Yeah.
4.5 gigs on release.
Oh my God.
Wild.
That's crazy.
Shivering Isles added an extra 944.
It's
Skyrim's base was 12. Just 12.
and special editions probably 20. And mine
no,
is
it's more because
You know
Dawn
what?
God is 6.
Yeah, it's got a lot more.
actually I
Fire
have it
is 6.
installed. I'm being silly. Hold on.
I've never
Dragonborn
played
is
any
6.
Elder Scroll. I'm sorry, any Skyrim DLC. Actually, now that I think about it.
I can't recall if I have because I never beat the game. Steam apps, common,
The DLCs in Skyrim are looking sick. I'm
Skyrim
just looking at
special
these, right? They look
edition.
good.
Oh, you're looking at it. Didn't they like add like you can fly dragons in Skyrim? Like you can actually ride the
That's
dragons.
the Dragonborn one, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I never played it.
Right now, my Skyrim folder is 40 gigs, but I have mods. So
you
I
got
don't know.
mods.
I don't know how much. It's not adding that much, but let's just say between 35, 40.
Nero says earlier this year I installed Skyrim again, and I was like, this time I'm beating this game, and I got
Yeah.
into a side quest mode after 20 minutes.
Neuro,
Bro,
the
it
same,
hits you.
the exact things. I started Skyrim last night. I left Helgen, got to Riverwood, talked to Rayloff's sister, and I went to go find the Seeking Stone, the Thief Stone, so I can increase my my ability gain. And then I just started knocking off the black icons on my compass, and it was a
Oh
wrap.
my
It was a wrap.
God.
If I see
I
a
got
black
into-
icon on my, I have to go
I
there.
got into Skyrim. I was like, you know what? For the first time, I'm actually gonna beat this game. Fast forward a couple of hours, I'm running around with no armor, just a diaper, trying to fight dragons.
That's because the wonderful community wanted to see you play differently. That's all there was to that.
And it stuck. Shout out
But
to
even
Dice
still,
Gang.
it's not like he was doing that on main quests.
Nah, no main quest.
He wasn't
No,
doing
no,
main
no.
scenario.
I'm Skyriming up mountains.
Yeah.
But yeah, those games. I just
Yeah,
get lost.
those
in the
games
sauce.
are just
I can't-
hard to stick to the
I
script.
can't, man. I
I'm gonna
can't.
beeline it. I got discipline. When I want to beat a game, I don't even care, bro. I'll turn them off. I'll go to
Because
options and just turn them
Yeah,
off.
I'll be like,
Turn
all right,
off
fam,
other
all right.
things.
And then
Options.
I stopped
Turn
doing
'em
that.
off.
I got to Whiterun and be like, yo, dragons are coming. Stop playing around. It was like, all right, cool. We'll send a contingent over there. But there is something else you could do for me. If you go into this dungeon to get this item, I'm like, damn it. And then he's telling me about the College of Winterhold. Now I gotta go do that because I want the crib. I gotta do, yo, it gets crazy, fam.
College now for the College of Winterhold might still get played.
College of
Might
Winterhold
still
might get.
played. College of
Yeah.
Winterhold still might get played for me. That's my favorite quest line.
I will say this is the first. This my current playthrough of Skyrim is the farthest I've gotten in Skyrim.
Wow.
And I think I got like the second yell. I think it is.
the Thum.
Yeah, I don't know. The first one is like a wind, right?
And
No,
then the
they're-
second
they're
one's the dash.
all
You got the
Thum.
dash?
The dash. Yeah, I got the dash. Yes, I got the dash. Yep,
Okay.
yep. That's the second. Yep, that's the
Oh,
furthest
see, no,
I've gotten.
me,
Before
I
you
got
never had
all.
the dash?
No, I never got the dash.
Oh, you
that's
must have had a hard
Oh,
time.
good.
Yo, fam, you don't understand how
Yeah.
I had all
This
of
is the
those.
farthest I've gotten.
And then my PS3 was like,
Oh man.
you don't really want to beat this game. Let me introduce this bug real quick. So I was supposed to go to this fort where I gotta kill all these enemies. Enemies never spawn. Quest can't complete.
AJ2294 said, I realized yesterday I don't really play those games because I don't care for the lore.
Oh, that's
You mean
fine.
of the
You-
main quest or
Yeah.
the side quest? Because honestly, like,
yeah, if
I
you don't care for the
particularly care
lore,
either.
I don't care. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just be,
I
I
don't
just
go
like,
read the book so I can learn about what
Nah.
happened to Tamriel 100
now
years ago.
the only
I just
reason
like
I don't do
exploring the
that
world.
is because I got the
Yeah.
wiki for that. Like, oh yeah, the book in this house on this city says this. I'm like, all right, cool. I can read this on my own time. I'm not about to
Yeah.
spend my game time
Now,
doing that. Now,
I
if that
did have a
wasn't an option,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I know what you were about to say.
I had a coworker who used to be like, "Yo, B, is it cool if we listen to Skyrim lore tonight?" I'm like, sure. And he
It's
would
just
just,
a
yo, there's
Skyrim.
YouTubers out
There's
there.
YouTubers
would
out there that do
literally
this.
read all of it and decipher it, and they talk and tell you all of the history,
Mhm.
why this is there, why
So
this is
I
that.
know a
And he would literally
lot.
just let it play. So I know a lot of it just because just hearing it by accident. But it's nothing I would ever seek out myself. I don't care.
No, I didn't even
don't-
know that.
See, I
existed
care.
until today.
Yeah.
You see, I think I care more for the like the side quest lore because they be like some gritty, like some like
Oh, I
it
love
just
it.
be
I
some
love it.
different, you know what I mean? Like you never know what you're getting into when you start doing that, when you get into those side quests. Some of them are like goofy, but some of them
Yeah.
like gritty. Some of them are like fun. Like it's all
Yeah.
different. They're all like real
Yeah.
gameplay, like real stories, like
The
thought put
game
into them.
story I care about, like all the game stories in that game, but like
Mhm.
the lore of like what happened and why this world is
Oh,
this
give me all
way,
that.
Yeah.
Give me all of
No,
that. All of it.
like if
All
it
of
was
it.
I
like
don't.
300 years ago in Tamriel, this occurred. I'm like, cool, don't care. But like the relevant stories that are connecting to what I'm doing in the game and main scenario. Oh, what?
Yeah,
Best writing ever in any video game. Sign me up.
amazing.
Sign me up for all of that. All of that.
If I'm a play
Yeah,
the
they have
game,
things.
I want to know. That's all it is. I just want to know. And I have to beat
Yeah.
Skyrim. I beat Oblivion. Luckily, I beat Oblivion before that data crashed on me.
You
But
beat
I was-
Oblivion?
I did.
Must be nice.
300 hours later, then I lost my data.
Hey, at least you beat it.
So spoiler alert again for those that haven't beat Oblivion. Once you beat Oblivion, you get this set of dragon armor.
Mhm.
My game crashed before I got to that point, basically. So I didn't even get to see what it looks like or anything. You're good, Key. It wasn't story related. But
You said spoiler alert.
you know, everyone has varying tolerance to spoilers, so I just want to make sure. That's all.
Mhm.
So KJ said, I realized this because I was talking to someone about DBZ Kakarot, which I actually saw. Was it yesterday? Maybe or today? Yesterday? I forget when I saw it. And how I don't want to replay the story. Yeah. But how I'd want that game in Elder Scrolls style. Dude, what? So I didn't know that. Why? So I know that DBZ Kakarot plays through, the Dragon Ball Z story. I did
Mhm.
not know it plays through the whole story. So I thought you play as Goku the entire time, but nah, you play through whatever arc of the story you're in, whoever the most relevant character during that arc, that's who you control. And I
Yeah.
didn't know that about Kakarot.
That makes
That's what
sense
they're doing with
because
Demon
if you're
Slayer.
playing through the story
You
and
don't
my
yeah,
boy
I don't think you
dies,
play
like,
Tanjiro the whole time.
nope, you control 3 of them with that. So I would hope it's just and they made DBZ Kakarot, so yeah, it would make sense.
Yeah.
But
But I didn't know that game was like open world either. Or did I?
No?
I think I knew, kind of. I thought it was like, I didn't see much on it. All I saw was that like you kind of fly around with Goku, and then like the battle system was like,
Yeah, Nero says 12 hours of running through Snake Way.
oh
Excellent
no,
game.
I'm like, fam, he just you are not about to, because Snake Way was like, if you were watching Snake Way like live at the time, that was like a season, like a literal weather
Bro.
season
Why
that he was
couldn't
on
he
Snake
fly?
Way. I forget, now that I
They
think about some BS.
They gave reasons.
They gave
before he
reasons
went,
like, nah,
and he has
fam,
to-
you got to
he has
walk
go on.
gotta
Snake
run.
Way.
Yeah.
They gave reasons, but yo, Snake Way was
Snake
Bro,
Way was a long
Way
time.
was real close to me dropping Dragon Ball. Real close when I was a kid. I'm like, bro, when is
Unnecessarily
this end?
long, fam.
When is this end? Like, yo, 13 episodes. Yeah, that's horrible.
13 episodes? That's a season.
13
Legit a
episodes.
season.
That is
Of legit
crazy.
The main character
Oh
walking.
no, just walking down a path.
Jogging. Yeah, bro.
Yo, I can't.
Trash arc.
That's kind of trash. And
Or
then,
parts. I don't know how long the arc is because that's still a good arc, I guess. But
yeah. Everybody's.
That
I mean,
Art?
the
Garbage.
Dragon Ball, they're famous for like having the longest parts for the shortest, what should be some
the
short
short
things, like-
sequences.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure the fight with Frieza is still the
It's the
longest
longest.
fight in anime, right?
Anime history, yeah.
The longest fight in
Like,
anime.
how many
history?
fights was that? Like,
Their fight?
I
It was,
think
I
it
think it was
was
like 20.
I
something
was about to say
episodes?
like 20 episodes, right?
I think it was
I'll tell
around
you.
there.
Oh,
I think it's.
oh no. I think One Piece passed it. Hold on.
One Piece passed it? I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't
They got,
spoil
like,
yourself
over
if you
900.
looking that up. Keisha probably looked that bit up.
I could. But
Just-
I'm pretty sure it was like
I don't mind. It's so the Frieza fight is
23. I'm gonna go with 23.
21.
Why does it not just tell you the Luffy fight is 21?
Woof.
The Luffy
21.
fight is one.
Is that something we know or something we don't know?
So I'm just gonna Google how many episodes. It's 19.
It's 19. I was right. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
19. So yeah, they did
So beat by
who's
2.
fighting?
Luffy is fighting Katakuri.
Oh, yeah.
Katakuri?
Yep. That's some
Katakuri.
future stuff I don't know about yet. I don't even know what that is, so whatever.
21 episodes.
21 episode
and-
banger. Oh, I want to see that now.
And they're saying, but now the Goku versus Frieza was done well. Even though it's 19 episodes, it was hype.
It was pretty
You were
hype,
hanging on your
yes.
seat at the end of the moment. Snake Way was just like
Oh no,
annoying.
Snake Ways is terrible.
Annoying.
Yeah.
21 episodes. Yeah.
Hold on. One more comment from
battle.
Nero in our chat.
Oh, yeah.
After week
Okay.
5, it was like, this week, Snake Way is over, right? Oh no. Next week on Dragon Ball Z. Yo, I would have been upset.
More Snake Way. Yeah.
More Snake Way. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It was. I'm thinking about it because I watched Dragon Ball recently, like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
through,
you did. Yeah.
and I was like, "Yo, this is." I'm almost glad I didn't watch this when I was younger. I didn't have patience then.
See, I had the patience. When I was younger, I was just
Mhm.
I was excited for every single episode of Dragon Ball Z. Like it was
Mhm.
fire. But I can't go back to it. Like honestly, I'm done with Dragon Ball as a whole now. But like I couldn't go back to I couldn't even go back to Z. Like I would have to just go and look for particular fights or certain scenes or whatever. Like I couldn't go back and start like, oh, I want to rewatch Dragon Ball Z. Like, no, I could not do that.
No, that's respect. I never finished, so I was like, you know what? Let me just finish. Because
Yeah.
growing up, you couldn't catch all the episodes. You catch this one, then you catch 4 weeks later and things like that. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to clean it up. But yeah, DBZ didn't. They need some improvement. Even with Kai, I feel like, because you know how they tried to abridge all the gaps out.
I didn't see it. I watched like maybe an up or two, and I was like, "Yo, what's with this black blood? What's going on here?" But I heard that I guess they took out all the filler, right? In Kai,
That's
Was
what
it
I
some
heard.
filler?
Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly they
don't
took
know.
out all the filler. Yeah,
I watched Super recently. That was it.
yeah. I'm not gonna watch.
There's no shot I'm going back and watching. I'm all set.
Yeah, I've already
Yeah.
watched Z. I'm not gonna watch Kai. That's just me watching the same thing again.
yeah,
So
it's a.
But
hard
you
pass.
would,
But-
even though it's more, it's definitely 100% the book. You did that with Full Metal though, didn't you? Or you never watched the OG?
I watched the full OG and I didn't like it.
You didn't like it.
They,
I didn't
they
like.
redid.
I didn't like the ending.
They
Gotcha.
redid. Wait, are you talking about
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal and Brotherhood?
Yeah,
Aren't they different though? They're kind of
they branch out near the. There's a part where they are similar, and then they branch out from whatever the hell the original was and the source material.
Yeah.
Does that not happen in Z and Kai, or is it just the same? It's just minus filler.
Just the
Kai,
same minus
I think-
filter.
Right. Yeah. Kai is
Gotcha.
is
Okay,
black
okay,
blood.
yeah.
Like they kitted up the blood and is minus the filler.
Mhm.
No, I know Brotherhood is as the story was dark. I was asking about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
Kai
That
is it's the
ending
same.
of that ending of the OG, like I didn't hate it, but I was
I
just
hated
like,
it either.
It was
oh,
like
okay,
People were so fast to poop
it
on it because
was.
it's not.
because it's
It's
not the
not the
canon.
source
I was just-
material.
I
I
didn't.
can't stand that.
Yeah, we had this talk before, but I
Yeah,
didn't
we've
know
had
the
it.
canon ending. So
No,
No,
when
it's
I-
it's
when
not
I
that
saw
it wasn't the
fine.
canon ending. I was just like, that was just. I felt like it was just a very random direction to go in. That's
It was
what I
kind of
felt
random.
like.
It was a little unexpected that they went to like this alternate universe where they
Alternate
were
universe in
mechanics.
in that era. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like,
mechanics in like the 1920s or something. I don't know.
no,
but
I didn't mind
know.
the canonness
It
of it
went in a weird
because
direction.
a lot of
but
the anime I
didn't
watch is
care.
probably slightly off canon anyway. So that would be hypocritical of me to say,
Listen.
oh, I'm complaining about this and I'm watching this. That isn't. So
I
Yeah.
don't read manga. I don't read the source material. So as far as I know, legit every single anime that I watch
it's source
is
material.
canon. It is the canon. Like that's whatever I'm watching, whatever is happening, that is canon. Like
No,
you know what I
that,
mean?
that's me. That's
Even
me.
reading Watchmen and then going to watch Watchmen, the ending is different. It's different.
Oh, I heard the ending was I don't know the
And
real.
it was a banger. Like I didn't care either way. I thought the book was good and I thought the movie was good. I didn't
Yeah.
hate.
Well-
I didn't hate the end of the movie because it wasn't canon.
If it's
It's just
good,
good.
it's good.
Right.
But not a lot of people will agree with you on that.
And if it's
Because
bad,
they
then it
won't
should be
even
bad.
right. They won't
Yeah,
look
I'm-
at it as even being a chance to be good because it's not canon, it's not source material.
Nah, I don't do that. No.
You have artistic license.
Damn,
They let you
Game of
use their IP
Thrones is the primary frigging culprit of this. After
Who?
Game of Thrones went way off the rails of the source material, fam.
I think he said he was
He was
I think
happy
he was
that
bummed
it
out.
went off. No, I heard something. He was fine that it went off script like that.
He was fine. I thought he wished he could have finished the books before they caught up to him. He wasn't expecting. I don't know. I could be misremembering.
No, I think I know what you're talking about though.
That's what I thought I read, but I could be wrong. I totally could be wrong. But either way, yeah, Game of Thrones also happened in where he didn't
Yeah, and you saw the drop off.
And you saw what happened. So
yeah.
move this over here. All right. How was y'all day? I never even got to ask y'all.
I asked, but I got ignored.
I didn't hear.
Well,
I honestly didn't.
I went on about my weekend.
You went on
'cause
about the weekend, and then
my
we
day was
just
my day was blah. It wasn't. I didn't. My day. Yeah.
it was blah.
Yeah.
I had a good day. I took my daughter to the doctor, and it was the first time she had her blood drawn today. So it was an interesting day.
It was an experience.
I
It was
take
wonderful.
it.
Yeah. She was good. She was a trooper. She cried, obviously. And then
course,
she just
yeah.
turned around and just jumped in my arm, and that was it.
You're like, oh, this mysterious
And then she
feeling is
was
gone.
cool. And then she was like, all right, cool, let's go outside and hang.
This is. Let me continue to try to use my legs real quick so I can run. I remember those times. Now it was hot outside. I stayed myself inside. Got me some well-deserved rest because I've been a little reckless staying up real late this past couple of days. So
Definitely accidentally drank the wrong water just now.
the wrong water.
Yeah. You don't keep the right water and the wrong water on your desk.
But
What's
what
the right
makes it
and
the
wrong
wrong
water?
water?
Bro,
No,
what type
what's
of
the
waters
wrong
you
water?
got over
The
there?
only water
I don't
that's
want
wrong
to do
is
that.
water that is not mine. That's it.
No, I got on my desk, I have the Luke cold water and then the lukewarm water. Obviously, I don't want the lukewarm water, so that's the wrong
no.
water. And I
A
got the
completely
Luke
different
cold.
thing. I don't care what temperature this water is, I'm drinking it. It's
I'm
mine.
just gonna drink it.
I don't care.
Yo, doesn't it?
This
Listen,
bottle
okay, I could be
has been
wrong here.
capped on my desk for the past 3 days.
I could be wrong here, right? But it could just be me even. Does lukewarm water, does it not like kind of dry your tongue out a little bit? No, I don't have.
How can something wet? You know what?
Listen. Just hear me out.
No, it does not.
Dasani.
Dasani doesn't
Dasani
make
does
me
that?
thirsty. That's that.
I don't
When's the
drink
last time you
Dasani,
drank
so
a?
I can't tell you.
When's the last time you drank a
You said
bottle of Dasani?
the last time I had a bottle of Dasani,
Mm-hmm.
last time I was in Florida. The last time I was on my way, I was going to the airport, and it's all they had. And I had to get it because
I can't.
it
Yeah, I
made
don't
me
remember.
need
That's
water.
Respect.
So I had to get it.
Right. Understandable.
It's like water. It's definitely doesn't taste like a bottle of Poland Spring, but it's still wet. It quenched my
It
thirst.
tastes
I was
like
good to
That's
go.
so. Yeah,
That's
that's
all
it.
it tastes like. Dasani just tastes like wet.
Oh, what? Dasani. I'm just dropping all my phones. Why? Tastes like wet. Did you just say that?
Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. Yo,
Let's drop my phone. There we go.
there's something I kind of do want to talk about though.
What is it you want to talk
because-
about?
I kind of want to talk about EA Play.
Okay.
That's okay.
Do you?
That's okay.
Run it.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can go there. We can go there.
Run
Because,
it. Let me see what
yes,
y'all got.
it had a lot of stuff that I guess I don't know. Like I'm indifferent to it. I don't really care either way.
Mhm.
Dope, not dope. But there was 2 titles on there that I found extremely interesting.
I already know mine.
Oh.
You know yours on EA Play?
Lost in random.
Bro, yes, that's
Oh,
that's
that
one.
one.
Yes,
That's
what
one
I was
of
gonna
them.
bring
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Lost in Random, like that game is so cool. So is it,
Hmm.
from what I saw, it looked like it was an action adventure game, but with a card-based battle system.
Nah. It's so it has a little card based thing, but it is like an action game. You can run around and shoot your ball,
Yeah, right.
attack, whatever. But it has this little like card based like ability system.
ability.
pretty
Okay,
cool.
that's probably better. Yeah. That you
Pretty
can
cool.
use ability. You could because you have so you have the main character who is this is Even, and
Yep.
basically the story is you were two sisters, Even and Odd, and you
I
got
love that.
separated. It's
Right.
awesome. He loved the creators Zoink, the CEO of it loved making or just loved stop motion movies or whatever. So it
Which
looks
is
like
dope.
it reminded me of like Coraline or something along those lines.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
looks
so
like Box Trolls or like Paranorman. It looks like that.
yeah. So you're the two sisters, Even and Odd. You got separated by the bad guy. So it's just you who is Even, and then you have your dice,
The
which
little
is your
You got a
die.
die
Yep.
with
companion,
you.
yeah, the
Yeah.
little
My man
companion
said,
character.
roll the die. My man's
And yeah,
with you.
so you use the cards to have the die do different abilities, and I thought it was, and you get
Mhm.
like coins as you're playing the game, and you can go to the card shop and buy
Mhm.
cards.
Oh
Yo,
boy, with
this
the
is cool.
cards.
And
Yo.
you have to have the right number or the right amount of AP, will say, to use said card. They have numbers on them. Yo, it's lit.
Yo,
Yeah,
I'm
see,
liking what I'm
the
seeing.
game was looking really cool. I
Looks
don't know.
dope.
I was really, really, really into it. I don't know if I would
Look,
probably play it.
oh,
I think
I'm
I would play
definitely
it.
playing
I'm
that game.
definitely playing this.
100%. I
Yeah.
am in on
This is
checking
the
that game
most
out.
different I've seen in a long time. And
Oh,
what is it that we like to say? These companies need to take chances and things like that.
Taking chances. It's very
this
different.
this
Yeah.
is what I'm talking about. Give me
This-
Very
this,
different.
not Dead Space remake. The game is not old enough yet, bro. Miss me, bro. Miss me.
See, the only reason I say I'm not looking at them for remaking Dead Space was PS3, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason because they remade Demon Souls.
And I
don't
wasn't for
know-
that either.
Yeah, I don't know why they're remaking PS3 games. Honestly, I don't. They need to go back, like whatever. I mean, who it was EA. I don't know EA's old games, but off the top of my head, but I
EA
feel like you should go back.
has
EA
a
Street.
library
Go
that they
go.
could revive, fam.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like you should
Yeah.
need to go back further than games that we were able to play online. You
Real,
know what I
bro.
mean? Like
For real.
remake older games. Why are you remaking Dead Space? I don't know. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean-
what are y'all doing with Need for Speed right now? Like, what's good?
Well, they're making new Need for
Oh,
Speeds as they
They're
go.
making.
But no,
Oh.
Need for Speed Underground. Oh, it doesn't even have to be remade. Just give me the same type of vibe that Underground gave me.
Fam,
Oh man.
there are so many EA games that their Wikipedia page had to section them off into their own Wikipedia pages.
Bro, the next Need for Speed, I feel like Need for Speed is just following fast at this point. They're gonna
Falling
be in
fast, you
space.
said?
Thing
It's
on
gonna be
space.
trash. Yeah.
Honestly, I the last one I played was when we went to Atlanta. I don't know whose house we went to, but they had Need for Speed Carbon, I think it was called.
Oh, that's a
And-
Carbon? Yeah,
that
that's
was the last Need for Speed game that I played was Carbon, and I played it. I was so upset that it wasn't anything like Underground, and I was like, oh, I'm good on this.
Yeah,
Carbon came out in
watching,
06.
I was watching Sparkles and I was watching Toad Sage and Zodia play the most recent ones, and they look good. Like they look fun. Like
Yeah, the
know.
last one I played
Looks
was
like car games, right?
Rival. I want to say
it's
Rivals.
garage. You can edit all the stuff. You can edit all the engine parts, all the things. You can paint them how you want.
Yo, just
all
give
the
me
custom-
Tokyo Extreme Racer, man, so I can just pull up on somebody, flash my lights, and get into a race.
Tokyo Extreme Racer was that was the
Extreme Racer
game.
was hot.
But the second game that I thought was really
Yeah,
well,
what
it's
is
not even
this?
the whole game.
Yeah, what is the
Because
second?
yeah, no, I wanted I want to get Battlefield 2042 regardless, but I thought that Portal thing was pretty
Battlefield
cool.
Portal, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Portal thing where you
Yeah.
can just like, well, first of all, so it's basically you can mix and match content from Battlefield 1942,
Mhm.
Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, and from Battlefield 2042.
All
Like,
them
you
old
can-
games.
Yeah, so you can't remake a map or anything, but you can literally go in and set all the rules. Like they even gave you an advanced logic editor that was previously only for the devs. They gave it access to the gamers where you can just go in and tweak mad
whatever
different
you
stuff.
want.
Yeah, and then you put it onto the portal, and you can have other people play your game mode. You're basically creating a whole game mode.
Just
That's what
think
you're doing.
Little Big Planet / Mario Maker / all those
Yep.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
These games, like, I'm not interested in Battlefield 42 like at all. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited for them to push how big you can make a competitive online game, and this thing is cool. Like, expect to see some crazy cool stuff from the creative people across the world when this thing comes out. It's gonna be cool. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna
already
be
ready for the
really cool.
YouTube videos. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, some people's gonna make some. I mean, on the trailer, you saw the medics running up on dudes from 1942 that just had knives. So you just,
Yes,
it was just like
die.
hitting them with the defibrillator.
Yeah, they made, what was it? A horse-sized tank versus 50 baby tanks or something like that. It was just
Yeah.
wild.
Silly things like that. But I
was
love those
crazy.
stupid
I thought
game
it was
modes where
really
you get to
cool.
do silly things.
Because they push content and they create other ideas for indies and AAAs. Like, you see it all the time. So it's dope. All those types of games, like that new Tearaway game that's coming out, all that stuff is good for the creatives out there. It's sick.
I was actually surprised by the Grid Legends release. Something from their new acquisition from Codemasters. For those unfamiliar, the Grid series has been around for quite some time. And it looks like they're finally delving into story mode. A la Forza Horizon and NFS Rivals and the other ones that have like racing simulators are starting to get story modes now. And now Grid. So now EA finally has one, joining Polyphony Digital, EA, and things like that. So maybe another.
Go a little bit further than that, though. Not only they're having a story mode, they're using something called they captured scenes using something called XR or extended reality, which was using a Mandalorian. Apparently, I've never watched a Mandalorian.
So it's
what
funny.
is this extended reality? Reese is wearing a Mandalorian t-shirt. But it's called extended reality, and you're not using a green screen, and it's not motion capture. You're actually like in the game. They're filming you. I don't even know. Technology's getting crazy within games. Like, stories about to get crazy. Games are about to get crazy.
With Netflix entering the gaming realm, and now companies using movie equipment for video, even more movie equipment, because there already has been like just camera setups and things like that. But using this now,
dude, yes, which is why. So I was showing a picture of like Square released, bruh. A lot of games within the time span of like 5 or 6 years, a plethora of games. But they're not doing that no more, because more like they're releasing mini movies now at this point. Like, video games
and movies take how long? Many
playable movies, right? Like, it takes time to make these games now. And you're not gonna see, and don't get me wrong, like, Square released a lot of games, probably like 15, 20 games, and they were bangers, you know what I'm saying? Like Bushido Blade, Ergies. Why you always got to correct me when I say that?
That's not what it is.
It's not what it is, family. I'm doing you a favor. They did though.
They released a lot of bangers, but they did games, and it's not even just Square. It's like companies you're not going to be releasing all, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be releasing 30 games in like 5 years and they all go off crazy like back in the day, man.
Absolutely not.
They're putting a lot more into production.
Like I just said earlier, Rare released 7 back-to-back bangers on the 64. Like, you can't do that anymore. It hasn't been done.
It's going to take some time.
It's going to take some time.
There's also that
there's a release back-to-back bangers.
Well, just
to release bangers in general now.
It's going to take time. It takes time.
You're not
just
going to drop all kinds of time now.
3, because I think Square released like, how did it go? It was Final Fantasy 7 and then Xenogears and then 7 and then Xenogears and then 8
and then Legend of Dragoon and then Legend of Dragoon and 9 are probably interchangeable. No, that's Sony anyway.
Not.
No. Yeah, that's Sony. That's Sony. Never mind. The Ash thing got me confused. But yeah,
it was 9. I think it was like 97, 98, 99.
I feel like they release more games. Like, not more. Maybe it's the same. They just don't get the same amount of ads and publicity. Because I'm looking here, and we got Final Fantasy VII Remake, April 10, 2020. And Trials of Mana, April 24, 2020. And Kingdom Hearts Melody of the Memory. Box of the November 13,
Wait,
2020.
no.
Bravely
Don't
Default
wait.
2, February 26,
But
2021.
wait. Tease, because I don't want to get confused. Melody of Memories is like a Switch. It's not a movie game. Like it's a, you know what I mean? I'm not saying just games, and I'm talking about like these production value based bangers. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 probably would fit there, and 7R remake would fit there.
But you wouldn't put Bravely Default 2 in there.
Nah, not BD2. That's like a handheld little game that, you know what I mean? Nah.
Yeah. CSC, I'm talking just their production value period, because you still have to have people to make these games, and they take a long time to make. Like Bravely Default 2 took like 5 years for them to make. So
It took them 5 years to make BD2.
I gotta count it. What's up?
It took 5 years for them to make BD2.
Let's see,
You got to remember that there is a boatload of stuff that goes on during development, man. Like that could have been, yes, that could have been. It could have been a scrap. It could have been several scraps. Like we don't know.
Well, I mean, if it was scrap, then that doesn't count. But like BD2,
why doesn't it count?
Because it wasn't started yet. The development took 5 years.
so
Like, it was no started.
the development for Cyberpunk got swapped around, I'm sure. But
Yeah,
you gotta
and
count all of that.
You have
time.
to count that because that's still effort that you put in towards the title.
Yeah, like people again,
okay.
like if you start a project and it's called whatever project,
Athia.
and you redo the project 3 times during those 8 years or however long it takes you, that time counts.
For
Like,
spoken.
just because like that's you like
That counts. That counts.
Listen,
Like,
all
you
right.
Because I know what Key's like, yo,
I
I'm playing this game. It looks like this.
It
This
took
looks like
5
years.
5 years technically for Bravely Default 2.
5 years technically. Yeah, okay. Fine enough. Oh, wait. No. But when did they start working on
Yeah,
Bravely
so
Default 2?
yeah, we're
2018.
saying start of development to
Yeah,
release.
it only took 3 years.
2018. Yeah. Yes. It took them 3 years. Well, no, it was announced in 18. It doesn't say when they started working.
So if it was announced,
Just
they was
got
working
They
on
was
it
probably
before.
already working
Yeah.
on it. Yep.
Yeah,
It
they
was
was working on it
announced.
before.
So let's just add a year. So let's just say 4 years.
just throw a year on
But
it.
you don't know that.
We don't. That's why I'm
Let's
saying
throw a
let's
year,
just
right?
throw
Let's
a
just
year.
add in year.
Let's just
It
add a
could've
year.
been it could have been in development for 2 years.
It
Yeah,
could
'cause they
have. We
to go
don't know.
design
Bro,
phase,
might
this phase,
Well,
like
listen,
it's-
I know.
bruh.
I know.
Just for process of error, let's just throw 3 years on. Whatever.
Oh yeah, the plus
Yeah,
minus,
no.
the over under. We got this. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, nah, I gotta count those games.
Dark
like,
says announcement doesn't always mean that they were working on it.
Well,
Listen,
wouldn't
man,
that
this-
wouldn't
right.
that
That's
depend
also true.
on the messaging of
also
the,
true.
i.e. anthem of this?
See, but being in design phase is being worked on. Elder Scrolls 6 is in the design phase. They're building the
They're
world.
working on it right now, so this
They're
counts.
literally that.
Like the
What?
moment that
That's
my
like
man's-
drawing a sneaker design.
Phil
It's not
Spencer-
it's not in production yet, but you're literally working on the shoe.
Listen, me personally,
I don't
me
know,
listen,
man. 'cause,
me
like, you can draw
personally.
mock-ups, and it's
Uh-huh.
like,
Yeah.
all right, that's in the back until, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can draw 500 mock-ups, and
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? Does that mean I have 500 projects in development?
No, what I'm saying. Okay, so you're launching your first shoe. Like you come out, I'm working on my first shoe, and now
Yeah.
in that time, if you do 500 pieces and you decide on the one, that all that work counts toward that one development, that one piece.
Fair.
Not really. There's no coding being done. There's so much work to be done before coding. Come on, Dark Ungodly Villain. Come on. Don't even. There's artwork that has to go into play. They have to do. Come on. That is true. Okay. Thank you. That's crazy.
Wow.
Like the architects have to draw out the building before you start putting the building together. That's work. Architects get paid for their work. That's crazy.
Yo, some architects shouldn't be getting paid because there's some ugly buildings out here, man. Let me tell you what.
Yo,
Let
why
me tell you
going
what.
in? Why are you going
I
in on
have
their
to
work?
because I'm like, yo, you'll be driving down the street and you would look at a house like that's a really nice design house. Then you walk down a few more down, like, yo, that house look like crap. Like you don't be doing
Yeah,
that.
I've seen some wild
I've
ones.
seen some wow.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen some wild ones.
All right, but all of that. Well, speaking of development, developing games, being in a place to develop games and all of that other stuff. I titled our episode rather interestingly, and I've seen a number of you all in chat asking what exactly it's in regards to. Bad Blizzard. Activision Blizzard is they're going through some stuff right now.
Oh yeah.
A few days ago, the state of California sued them over their frat boy culture and harassment towards women. The actual
2-year investigation.
A 2-year investigation was in place, so it's not like they just went in there and be like, they saw a single instance and were like, nah, you gotta do something about this. 2 whole years they were probing into this. And the causes of action for the lawsuit are employment discrimination because of gender, retaliation, failure to prevent discrimination and harassment, and unequal pay. And that's not even half of the list.
No, there's a lot. There's a lot. They was calling it frat boy culture, and
it's kind of wild. But
yeah,
you know,
ugly.
as is a giant company to do when they are accused of such claims, they release this statement. We value diversity and strive to foster a workplace that offers inclusivity for everyone. There's no place in our company or industry or any industry for misconduct or harassment of any kind. A spokesperson for AB said in a statement, we take every allegation seriously and investigate all claims. In cases related to misconduct, action was taken to address the issue. That doesn't sound like that was the case.
Right. So before that statement came out, so a couple of days before that, the spokesperson released that statement. The Blizzard president sent an email to staff, basically saying like there is no place for that here. Like we're gonna do everything that we can to go into it. I'm paraphrasing because it's a lot. It's a long
statement,
and it's basically saying like, yo, we're gonna look into it. Like, I feel sad and angry. This is not supposed to happen. We gonna work on it. But a Blizzard executive named Fran Townsend released a very different email the same day saying basically what that spokesperson said, like, nah, that stuff doesn't happen here. And when it does, we take care of it. I've never experienced that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
You've already blown your PR. I've never. This isn't like, about you, fam.
Like,
crazy.
Hold on. I am proud to be part of a company that takes a hardline approach to inappropriate or hostile work environments. Like, literally completely different sentiment from the president.
Like the president.
Alan Brack, aka Jab, as he puts at the end of his emails that I'm finding this out now. So your president and one of your executives have 2 completely different email blasts going out to staff, which I find very troublesome.
And you want to know what they did in response to that? About 1,000 of them.
The spokesperson said what you said there.
Yep. The spokesperson said what I said. And then about 1,000 former and current AB employees had enough of their crap.
Yep.
And they signed an internal letter saying, yo, what y'all saying, y'all are basically short sticking us. Like, you're making it seem like what we're saying isn't real. We're not about to be silent. We're not about to stand still and let y'all just say all these things and lie on our name like that. 1,000 employees, former employees also.
Yeah, listen. I think it's even crazy that like it's current and former. You know what I mean?
And former.
Like, oh yeah, that's true. That's canon.
It's nothing new.
Oh my goodness.
And it's still happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what's crazy. And to have literally 1,000 employees come together and sign off on this letter that's been sent, it's just so telling about what's really going on behind the scenes. I mean, they're going to court. The lawsuit's been filed, so
another court case I'm going to be covering.
But man, yeah, good.
So no, I just wanted to. So Bungie also they put out a statement saying that they are promising. They're essentially promising that they have zero tolerance for any of that nonsense. Now, do you think they were getting ahead of the curve because they were afraid that some of their employees might come out and say something like that, or that they are just saying, since we had 10 years of relationships with them, we want to let y'all know that we're not we don't do that type of thing in our company. Like we
Yeah.
don't do that.
Because look,
Yeah,
I'm looking at the tweet thread right now. I read through
they
it
were. Yeah,
because I had the same question as you. Like, okay, because some of the comments and replies on there are kind of unfortunate. They're like, "Oh, no one asked," or "Why are you doing this just to cover yourself?" and things like
Right.
that. But like, all right, it's beyond that. And one of their statements to answer your question, it's the second to last one. We don't pretend that Bungie is perfect and that no one has experienced harassment while working here, but we will not tolerate it and will confront it head on, and we will continue to do the work every day to be better.
The wording of that statement was very direct. It was they tried to stay as neutral as possible, but also they're like, we're reading the headlines and like what we're reading is making us uncomfortable. Like basically like we're not going to say that we're perfect and this doesn't happen. It does happen.
It probably does
we
happen.
address it differently because they was like, oh yeah, we don't sweep things under the rug. Basically, like it's like a read between the lines thing. Like now you can never say it either way because they didn't actually say it. But it's sounding like they either may or may not know of some things and some stories that they can't say or they can't talk about. So it was very interesting because they came out with it right now. Like, you know, it's super sensitive right now. And you brought out this statement to say you're either covering yourself or you're siding with them because you know some stuff. That's really kind of how I looked at it. Because when you read the headline, you're like, what? Why are they saying this? Are they trying to cover their tracks? And then you actually read the statement and you're like, there might be more here.
Unfortunately, Blizzard isn't the only company where this is happening. Just a week prior to this, actually, the website Kotaku had an investigation of their own, and they're known for doing this. In Ubisoft Singapore, the same types of things are happening. So now all these other companies that interact with these large gaming companies are sick of their crap. So there are YouTube channels out there. They're like, yo, anything that has anything to do with Ubisoft, with Blizzard, with Activision, I'm not reporting on it until they get their crap together in the office. And they're just getting knocked off. Prima Guides. Everybody knows Prima Guides. Like, yo, we're not displaying any more of their stuff until they're right.
Right.
Like it's not just the people anymore. It's these companies that are like, you can't just be doing this anymore, and we're not going to involve ourselves with you if you're going to keep.
It's sad, bro. It's really sad because I can speak from a gamer, perspective that a lot of people grow up wanting to just make games. Like you want to just grow and you just want to make games. You finally land your dream job, and not only is there what is it called, crunch culture? Like you got to crunch. You're like being killed to create games, but also like they're just mistreating people there with all this harassment, and just it's sad when you finally land or you get into the field of your dreams and it turns out to be a nightmare experience. It's sad.
Like listen to this. Really the perversive frat boy workplace culture, including cube crawls. So these dudes are like drinking in the office and just like going to the cubicles and be like, oh, what's good? Like, can't be doing this.
There's reports of them just coming to work and delegating their work day to female coworkers and just
while
playing
they play video
day.
games.
Man, like
and openly joke about rather sensitive topics that you should not be joking about. Right. I'm not going to bother mentioning it. But here's another aspect of it. Female employees alleged being held back from promotions because of the possibility that they could become pregnant. Like that's human. Are we being for real? Being criticized to leave to pick up their kids from daycare and getting kicked out of personal rooms so that they can pump to be like, oh no, we need to have a meeting in here.
Yeah.
For real?
Kicking them out of the pump room.
Yeah, like how you kicking people out of the nursery rooms, bro? Like, yo, let somebody kick my partner out of the nursery room. I'm pulling up. But
that's actually so there's like harassment training that we do on my job for instances like this. And that's actually there's a fine and a termination possibility if you interrupt a woman while she's in the private room.
Yeah,
like they don't play that.
Absolutely.
But so from man, I was reading this. I'm like, damn, how long has this been going on? And they're just now able to do this.
The people are screaming about it. People are talking about it. has got the attention right now, and it would. I'm I'm saddened by what's going on. Like we've know some stories, we hear some things, and I'm happy that it's out and it's in court and people are talking about it and it's all over Twitter and it's all over Twitch. It's everywhere because it doesn't matter where you come from. You should, or who you are, you should be judged by your ability and what you do, not by
Yeah.
who you are and where you come from.
Yeah,
Period.
absolutely.
Makes sense to me.
That's it.
Period.
That's,
now-
that's canon.
That's canon.
That is law. That's law I want to know about.
So now, obviously, with all this happening, Blizzard they're in crunch mode, but from the PR perspective rather than the gaming development perspective. So now they got to deal with this, and essentially, not that World of Warcraft wasn't already suffering enough. Essentially, all work on World of Warcraft has been halted while they deal with this. So that now this kind of goes back to what y'all were mentioning about how this affects more than the employees, and it affects the people that play these games. Because now there's no new content coming out because there's some people in the that want to be acting out, that not thinking that their actions are far more wide-reaching than they think.
Yeah, I love video games. They are one of my favorite things to do. Period. But this is more important than the next WoW DLC.
Yeah,
We need to get this fixed. We need to work this
100%.
out.
Yeah.
So, yo, for all y'all WoW players out there, you got to fall back. This trumps that. This trumps that.
Didn't they boycott? I saw in some
They
games.
boycotted one of the characters that one of the
Yep.
one of the mentioned CEOs.
In World of Warcraft, there was a lead developer, and he kind of has his likeness in the game, like either from his name or how he dresses or how he looks and things like that. And they want him removed completely. Now they've done it before. They've removed someone else who was accused of something like that. The issue with this guy is that he's like a MSQ NPC. So now they got they got to change it around because you got to remember everything they do is retroactive. So they got to figure that out. That's probably why it stopped, because they got to boot him on up out of here.
And then I think it's the ex-president of Blizzard came out and said, "I have failed."
Yeah,
like it's just, and this came to my mind. This really came to my mind earlier today when I was going through this and thinking about it and just, kind of being sickened by it or whatever. I thought about Jeff Kaplan leaving Blizzard. It was a pretty strategical exit, yeah?
I forgot about
just
that.
before this went, the lawsuit is official. A couple months before, he got out of town. And I'm not saying anything against him. It's just maybe he knew that this was going to happen, and rather than be involved and get questioned, like, I already did my interviews. Because remember, this has been going on for 2 years, so I'm guessing here that he was either interviewed or spoken to in some way. He's all good, and he just strategically was like, I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah, I need to be out of here. Yeah.
But how long? See, but my problem is how long have you been there? Very long.
He's been there for a while.
Oh, he knows.
You know? What did you know? You know what I'm saying? So you knew of some instances, like whether you were a super good dude and had nothing to do with it, you had to have known something. That's crazy.
The co-founder apologized. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
He apologized, like, yeah, it's toxic. Like, and I created a toxic environment there as well. So, like, if the co-founder is out there apologizing and knows there's some dirt going on, know Kaplan knows.
You know it.
He knows the nose.
But just like Activision Blizzard's Twitter, Jeff Kaplan's Twitter is just as silent. So we don't know.
Yeah. There was no shot he was going to speak out on this.
Never know. Some of the old Blizzard heads did.
No shot.
Never know. So we keep an eye on Twitter, because like you said, this is out there now. This is known. This is Lords of the World. The eyes are on it now, as they should be, as they should have been.
Facts.
So now, hopefully, wherever else this is occurring can finally be ousted and addressed just as equally. Because, like you said, there ain't no place for this. So
yeah, it's happening at too many spots as is. Like, Like
we thought Crunch was already, like, they got more to deal with than Crunch. This is crazy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought it was
Yeah.
just like crunch was the worst thing, but dude,
Or
Bro,
man,
you hear
it's
so
sad.
many of these stories from, especially since I've been on Twitch, and meeting a bunch of people who worked in gaming, and like, I hear stories. People have told me some
Mhm.
stories and things, and yo, it's just crazy, man. It's really messed up. And now,
It's
like
kind of
he was saying,
sad.
like you get out of uni, like you get out of university, or you're still in university or whatever, and you get into one of these companies,
Mhm.
and you're just excited to make games. You love
Yeah,
games, and we
your
have
dream
this.
jobs, your dream
Your
job
dream
ends up
job.
being a nightmare.
We have
'Cause
this.
some people just don't know how to act. It's man. But yes, that's out there. This, just like the other lawsuits I've been covering, is probably going to go on for a long time. You know how California does their lawsuits. So we will definitely be keeping an eye out on this and wait for a favorable outcome. For
You
all
know
of
what
those
else?
that are responsible, be held responsible, that they come up with
Oh yeah.
a legit statement, not this, oh yeah, this is here. Oh no, this ain't here.
Well,
Like
the
you
lawyers.
already
Come on,
you
the lawyers
already
Lawyer.
block. Can't say
You know
nothing.
the lawyers is up in there.
You already know that. Do you know that that spokesperson pretty much just read off what the lawyers told him to write? I mean, told him to say.
basically, yeah. So
Crazy.
we will keep you abreast of the situation as it develops, because that's what we do.
Until then, Bandai Namco made a Gundam free-to-play shooter.
Gundam
Bro.
Overwatch?
Yeah, Gundam Overwatch.
Fam,
Oh.
Gundam Overwatch. It
You-
was
did
looking
you-
alright. It was looking cool. It
did
was looking
you
cool.
you watched the video, right?
Yeah, I watched the
Yeah,
video.
I watched it.
Listen, so they took Overwatch. They just took Overwatch. They took the UI of Overwatch. It looks almost exactly like it.
Yep.
Then they took Siege's UI with like the top with all the characters, and when it dims
Yep.
out, I'm like, family.
Yep.
You know what? Yeah, let me tell you the most
Family.
important part about that whole
Go ahead.
entire thing.
I'm like,
Okay,
yep.
Barbados is in it.
Of course,
Yeah,
Bar-
he's-
of course,
Iron Blood
Barbatos is in it.
Orphan.
Yes.
He's like the Genji of the game.
Ugh.
Yes, the Genji.
Yeah.
He's the Genji of the game. Oh, is he really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like the melee ninja guy. He's like
Yeah.
he doesn't have projectiles all like that. He's zipping
Yeah,
and zapping
he's-
all over the place.
With his big old axe thing, and I was like, "Yo, Barbatos, yes." I'm
Okay,
probably
so-
not gonna play this game.
I was
but
gonna say, if you do
Barbatos
play
is
the
in it.
game, is that really gonna be the only one you choose?
Most
Yo,
likely, it depends, but most likely.
I love the IP. It's free, and it's a new thing for Gundam. With Gundam, there's a million games, and most
Too
of
many
them are very
games.
mid or trash.
Yo,
With
what
a-
is up
with
with
a few
Gundam?
exceptions? With a few exceptions, like the Breaker series.
Breaker.
You have a solid, rock solid blueprint of Armored Core, which you don't want to. You don't
Well,
want.
they did that. They have the Breaker series,
They have
which
Breaker,
is OP.
where they tried to.
People
Yeah.
go crazy for that. It's Armored
did it.
Core, but yeah,
Oh,
they already
okay.
did
With
it. They did
Gundams.
that
Yeah, they did that.
with
Never
Gundam.
mind then. Never mind. I take it back.
I knew where he was going. I was like, let me stop him now.
Right, yeah,
No,
because
no
They
I'm
time.
already
like,
did that.
Armored
They already
Core
did that.
is amazing. You
And
just need to
that's-
slap a Gundam skin on it and
That's
sell.
what they did. That's what they did. That's
But
exactly what they did.
Yeah. But
And
I
people
still
go
want Armored
crazy for
Core
the Breaker
though.
series.
I still want Armored
Yeah,
Core.
because that would be fire. Actually, J Negative Gaming needs to hear about this if he doesn't know about it.
No, he's the
What?
one that
Oh,
put us on to the Breaker
definitely.
series.
What, really?
Man,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
We
sure
having
he
a
knew about this
conversation
last year.
Dude, we was having a conversation literally the other day, probably like one day last week, where he was
Yeah.
like, I just want a Gundam game that's just like Armored Core. And I was like, oh yeah, they need to make that. And you guys are telling me Breakers about it.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Breaker's
confused.
the thing. Yeah, he's the one that put us on. He was like, yo, it's like Armored Core. This is way
Yeah,
back
that's
in like
a yeah. He
2016. Yeah.
He's probably because I haven't played Breaker, so I can't
He could
say.
have forgotten. He could have
He
forgotten.
could have forgotten, or I was gonna say even more like Armored Core, because I don't know how much Breakers is in comparison.
Yeah,
to,
it's
Armored
close. It's
Core.
very close. Like you
And-
have all the customization, the items, you can change all the.
And
you can like recolor the stuff. You can put on whatever you want to put on them. All these different parts. It's crazy.
So according to Dark Ungodly Villain, the last Gundam Breaker was bad though.
That one was bad. That was the one where they used it was like these-
SD.
It was like the tabletop series. So there was like a series where it was like, I think it was like kids, and it was like an arena or something
Mhm.
like. It was something like that. It was a Gundam game that came out based on one of the series, and man, it was fam.
Yeah.
Because Jay told me about the Breaker series. I was like, word, I'm gonna
Mhm.
get
The most recent
The
one.
most recent one, and
Yep.
then it was
Yeah.
like, no.
No.
And I looked, and I was like, oh my god, this is whack. And then
Anyone
the
Listen.
older ones were
Listen,
sick.
if you want a mecha game right now, get Mass Builder. That's about it. Until Armored Core 7 come out, I mean, 6.
Isn't Mass Builder still in alpha?
So it's 7 days, but we played the hell out of that game now, didn't we?
That is
Yo,
canon.
we play mad alpha games now that I think about it.
That is canon. I bought a whole alpha game that, oh man, that ended up being somebody. So I actually bought this alpha game, and
Okay.
then it's the first game the only game I ever bought on Steam, or no, but it's the first game I bought on Steam, alpha game. And then I went
Okay.
to a forum that I frequented. I was like, yo, I just bought this alpha game. It's
Okay.
dope. It was it was a shooting game MMO, and you shoot at bugs. And they're like, yo, never buy the alpha. Like, just wait until or maybe it was pre-alpha, whatever. It was like, just wait.
Pre-alpha? Ooh.
Yeah, I think it was pre-alpha.
You risking
And
it.
it was only $20, but still. But it was like, never buy that. And I was like, no, this game's mad fun. Fast forward, apparently the person that coded for the game, he felt like he was getting abused or whatever, like by the company, not paid enough. So he left the company.
Ooh.
To look at my Steam list to like see the name of the game because I kind of
Yeah.
forgot the name of it.
Mhm.
But like you can actually like Google what happened. Like it became this huge thing, and I was just like, oh, this is crazy. Do I get my money back though? Because like we're never gonna get the game. Like, like this is
Dang.
crazy. This is story worthy, but like, do I get my money back? Like,
My man said, do I get my money back?
yeah, like, right. Like, this some crazy lore. Like, but let me get my money back though. If we ain't about to get a game. I think they like released the assets out. Like, I don't like it's crazy.
Man, that's nutty. Yeah, like Gundam Evolution, bro. It looks like a weak Overwatch clone with a Gundam skin.
A week Overwatch
I'll play it because
clone.
it's free. I'll give it the
It's
college
free.
try, but
It's free,
I mean,
yeah. That's
it's Bandai Namco. It's either going to be hit or miss, and it's looking like a miss, but I haven't played it myself, so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't play hero shooters anyway, so I wasn't really gonna play it anyways. But it's free,
Exactly, Dark.
So
It's Gundam.
it's
I'll
free. It's Gundam.
and Barbados is in it. So like I'll
and
throw it on.
Barbatos is in it.
I'll throw it on so I can use Barbatos start sliding. But that's about it. That's about as far as I get with that.
Fine. All right, another
Are they
game.
doing a MOBA?
Oh,
do they already have a MOBA?
gee. Who?
A
Gundam?
Gundam MOBA?
Probably.
Gundam. They probably do.
I don't know. There are 12 characters in that you can choose from, and there is a beta, an open beta, a beta happening in August 2nd, I think, but it's Japan
Alright.
only.
Whatever. NordVPN.
Yeah.
Yo, put me in Tokyo real quick. I'll download the client.
Oh, here we go.
I'll find some
Here we
app
go.
that does live translations on the fly right on your screen. I'll tell you how it goes.
Oh,
Why
my
are you like
word.
this?
I just
Why
listen,
you like
man.
this?
I am an adopter of early technologies. That's all there is. And speaking of early technologies, Amazon and their attempts to release video games. You want to know
Yo.
what Amazon's foray into gaming, what their biggest successes currently still to this day?
What's that?
Buying Twitch and not running it into the ground.
Wait. But I don't know. A streamer that I watch very frequently, he's a Call of Duty streamer,
Listening.
has been playing New World.
Now,
it's
not
so
peep
lovely.
game. New
I heard
World
New World's hot.
is
Yeah, I heard it was
different.
amazing. Like,
No,
I
New
was-
World is different.
I was watching him play it, and it's
Mhm.
not like 14. Like you actually like control it. It's like what's the name of that game? Black Desert. Is it
Black
called
Desert, yep. Black Desert,
Yeah, it's
yes.
like Black Desert where you actually like control the character, like you can do stuff,
Mhm.
right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. Like I was like watching him, but like not really, but kind of I was. And I don't know, it was looking good, man. It was looking good. I saw he was like rolling, and he brought out the baka. You know what I'm saying? He just shot somebody with like a short nose shotgun.
Like a musket. Something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like so, like
One
yeah,
of
he just shot
these.
somebody real quick. It was like baka. I was like, yo, this is kind of hot.
Well,
Yeah.
fam, there are a lot of people that agree with you because they had 200,000
Yep.
concurrent users on Steam.
It did good on Steam.
And this is after all the news about Final Fantasy's concurrent count going up, and I don't even think it's breached 100,000 yet. But here we have New World breaking 200,000, which is understandable. It's a brand new MMO. Just came out.
I'm gonna check it out.
And we're trying to see
absolutely.
if Amazon can finally do it because, like I said, they've just been failing recently. Do y'all even remember the Grand Tour game, which was their only game they had released previously?
Bro,
Grand Tour?
they've been blowing their own games
Bam,
up.
they released the Grand Tour game. It has a 52 on Metacritic right now. Let that tell you something.
The Grand Tour, you mean like Top Gear Crew?
The Grand Tour game, yes.
Got you, Top Gear Crew.
And
Never
then
seen Top Gear.
I learned about Breakaway, which is the team-based brawler that got canceled. Crucible, don't even have to say anything.
They blew it up.
R.I.P. Crucible.
There were 2 mystery projects called Nova and Intensity, canceled. Don't even know anything about that.
They don't have a good track record, man.
And then the Lord of the Rings
I
MMO.
was just about to say they lost the Lord of the Rings IP, bro.
Because they wanted to beef with Tencent, and now Tencent got those people, and now they're working on it.
Tencent was like, "Do you know who I am?"
Like
Tencent was like, "Yo, you want to make this for us? We'll give you money and leave you alone."
Like Tencent is as or bigger than Amazon, probably. I gotta figure that out. But New World, finally, they may have done something.
They
They
may
have done something. Cannot say
I'm very interested
because they can have 200K CCU on Steam right now, and next week it could be at 10,000.
Right.
Because the hubbub has worn off.
We tried it. We didn't like it.
And it's funny because Asmongold, who I mentioned last week, and I believe the week prior, who had switched over to FF14 because of his dislike of WoW at that current time, was actually bashing New World, saying that it's, quote, not complete. And then Amazon was like, yo, can you chill out real quick? Like, we just released this. Like, you gotta give it some time. So I thought that was interesting that he hopped over there also to see what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, New World. I'm gonna try it too, kid.
Yeah, I want to play it. Apparently it was breaking people's.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get into.
Yep. Let's go there. So, no, go ahead.
3090s too. 3090s.
So yeah, we like to talk a lot about putting our machines together here, and of course you want to run games as good as they want to look, as best as they can look, as fast as they can go, all of that stuff. So if you spend $1,500 up and upwards on specifically EVGAs, the EVGA models,
Right.
Yeah.
and EVGA is actually doing those gamers a favor and replacing those cards, despite
Well, yeah, the game's supposed to run on them.
So,
I mean, brick.
yeah. No, because there's always
there's no evidence to confirm though.
They did say that, but instead of shooting themselves in the foot, we're like, whatever, let's just do that. They could probably review those busted cards to see what they, quote, could have done better. So, because, when things like that, what is the first thing you blame? Like, oh, this game blew up my card, typically.
Right. So I think it's good on EVA to send out new cards.
Yeah.
And then it was also good on Amazon to say there's not really much evidence that points to this game, but they released a patch to
try to fix it. Yep.
Yeah, it was a patch trying to fix that. It was like, I think they said cap out the frame rate or something when you go into the menu. I think that's what it was. Let me confirm.
Yeah, that sounds about right because it sounds like, you cap the FPS to 60.
Yeah.
Because
when
apparently,
you go to the menu, you cap the FPS.
Because when you start the game on a 3090, it uses 100% GPU.
100%.
That is, and I think
I
don't know how much it starts out at. Let me see.
And it's not like it was looking amazing. It's just a lot going on. Right?
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
I think maybe it's because it's the ARPG aspect of it. You think that could be it?
Yeah, I mean, you have all those players in real time, cutting down trees, picking stuff up, fighting enemies.
Yeah.
Where's the EVGA one? Here it is.
That's a lot.
I'm looking right now. These things start at, first of all, they start at almost $1,700 now. But they start at 24 gigs of RAM.
Remind me when I play this game, I put it on fair. Everything
My
fair.
man said fair. Are you getting an EVGA 3090?
No.
then I
no,
don't think you have anything to worry about. It's specifically those cards.
Yeah, but if you're gonna bust a 3090, I can't put it on high. I highly doubt. I got a 2060. I highly doubt. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Listen,
I'm gonna look up the requirements. New World.
It's never gonna. I
So
bet
wait,
you it's gonna say like
requirements. Is that for
1650.
fair? Is that for fair?
that's for it to run.
for it to run like on the bottom level.
On bottom level.
Worlds
Okay, okay. Yeah, because I want to know
Usually
like
give you
what do you need for
usually tell
high?
you.
Yeah, okay, bet.
So new world system
the
requires so minimum
settings,
Mhm.
and then there's a recommended.
So wow, minimum says an i5 processor with 4 cores, a GeForce 670 with 2 gigs.
What's the recommended?
The
i7.
recommended is a i7 2600, which is dirt old. Wow. 16 gigs of RAM and a GTX 970.
Yeah.
970?
That's the same generation as my GTX. It's almost the same generation of the GTX 780 that I played Final Fantasy 14 on when it came out.
Yeah, that thing's old.
And this thing is
Hey, I got a
busting
2060. I'm gonna
3090s.
put it on high.
The thing about it is, I think it's that specific.
It is that
card,
specific.
because it hasn't happened to any other
card. Yep.
3090s, right?
True,
No,
You
no
haven't
other
heard any stories
3090s,
about
no other,
2060s blowing
no
up,
2000
2090s
series,
blowing
no one.
up,
Yeah, you didn't hear any of
3080s,
that.
nothing. Just that model. So it must be something
Again,
going
it is
on.
that model. Yeah, because you hit, and they all said the same thing. They would turn the game on. Their fans would rev, kind of like how PlayStations when we turn on Modern Warfare or FIFA, it would sound like that.
Yeah, the
And
PS4
then-
takeoffs.
It would black out, and sometimes they would restart the computer. It would work. Other times when they did it again, fans, then they hear a pop. That was it. I've heard the pop on my 780. It is not a pleasant sound to hear a popping noise coming from inside of your computer. It
No,
is
I might cry.
terrifying.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that. I think I'm good on that.
I might cry.
But yeah,
I'm gonna try New World though. The game
No,
is
I'm
looking
still trying
good.
it.
Yeah, it's looking like a game that I could play. Yeah. So
as if I need another MMO to play, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out, but I gotta catch up in 14 first. But
We
I'm definitely
gotta
gonna check it out
catch
when
up
I
in
can play it.
14 first.
yeah, I want to just check it out because if
Seriously, it looks cool.
As much as you guys love 14, I want to find an MMO that I want to love because you guys make it look mad fun.
I mean, you would know if you played with us.
And most-
I don't really like 14. I mean, it's cool. I just
Mhm.
I don't like how the battle system works.
Fine. I can get by.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it is the same. But let's see what happens to 6.0. Maybe you'll see some stuff that you think is cool.
Yeah, the free being able to just like I thought Black Desert was pretty good. There's like combos in that one. That was pretty dope. But
What? And
it's called Black Desert, right? No?
Crimson Desert, you're thinking about.
Crimson Desert. Yes,
Yes.
That's what is Black Desert? I think Black Desert.
Black
might be
Desert is the
it.
first game
original, the
from
first
Pearl
game.
Abyss.
I
It's
think
the
that's
first-
what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Crimson
It's
Desert.
not
Yeah, it's
MMO.
it's not an
No.
MMO
Oh,
anymore.
it is Black Desert.
Black Desert.
Desert,
Yes.
You were right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black Desert. You do combos in Black Desert.
Well, yeah, I answered you that earlier. Yeah, when you
Yeah.
asked about it.
Oh. But you just
You just walked my man's into a circle, man.
yeah. But anyways, I want to try that game.
We'll be trying. I'll try vicariously through you.
Through me?
Yes, I'll play vicariously
Nah,
through
I'm
you.
not sharing my screen.
That's crazy. Why are you like this?
Wait, are you concerned about your GPU?
Because because I spent a lot of money.
You have a
in-
3090?
No, I have a 2080 Ti, but I
Oh, then
can't.
what you working
I
on?
can't
You
replace
literally
it.
just told me.
Okay. Yes, that they're replacing E EVGA 3090s. If my car just so happens to pop, I ain't got that guarantee.
But it's not happening no other card. We just went over this.
This is true, but you know, things happen.
Here
My
we
man,
go.
Things
my
happen,
man,
things happen,
Bro,
things happen.
For the
man.
record, I'm gonna run it, and if it
You know what?
pop, but I'm gonna run it. I don't think it's gonna pop. I think I'm
Steve,
gonna
I'ma run
you
it
know
too,
what?
like-
You ain't
I'ma run
y'all ain't about to call me out of my name. Hold on. Where's
I'm-
this at?
I'm-
Wait.
I'ma run it.
One thing I didn't look into. How much is it? Is it free?
It's asking me for $40.
Yes,
$40.
it is $39.99. Yes, it is $39.99.
And New World Deluxe is an
And
additional
I gotta pay for it
$10.
monthly.
I don't know about that.
I don't know
I don't
about
think-
that.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
that's the thing.
so.
Really?
I don't think that's a
Is
thing.
this even an MMO?
Most MMOs
Do
you
you
don't
pay
pay
mon-
anymore.
do you-
It's
you
just
don't pay
14 'cause
monthly
Square
for-
Enix just robs people's pockets. They don't care about nobody.
Wait a minute, is that
Stop
canon?
it. I don't
Bro,
think you pay
that's
for.
canon.
I paid for ESO
WoW doesn't
once,
pay-
and I could probably WoW. I think it's still subscription.
Yeah, WoW's still
WoW's probably still subscription.
subscription, but Elder Scrolls, like a lot of
Elder
these other ones, you
Scrolls,
don't pay. You
FF.
don't pay.
11 because it's half dead.
Well, FF11 is literally
Yeah,
done.
it's
I
half
think,
dead.
I think,
That's why I
yeah,
said that.
it's dead. It's actually dead, but it's ran by like
The community.
the community, right? It's not ran by Square anymore. But no, I mean like these top because I know there's free to play MMOs, but then
So,
there's
You
All right,
have Rift,
subscription
you got
MMOs.
EVE Online, DC Universe, Guild Wars 2, RuneScape, The Lord of the Rings, Neverwinter, old school RuneScape. Oh snap!
Neverwinter. Wait. You said Neverwinter?
Star Wars, yeah, and the Elder Scrolls: Your Republic are ones that you do not have to pay for.
Oh, do not. I'm like, man.
And the Elder Scrolls, and most of these are big MMOs.
yeah. Wow.
Like
There's a moth in there.
just people just like you can sell the game and just do the updates, but the cash cow, these companies that can do it, like Blizzard and Square, so they're gonna do it. I'll run it.
So New
run
World,
the
you don't
buck.
have to pay for a monthly.
I'm assuming
think
it's a
so.
one-time joint. So
Let's see.
there's a moth in here.
Yo, who wants to donate $40 so I can get this game?
That's
I can't stand you, dude.
There will not be a subscription fee to play New World. Boom.
There you
Boom.
go.
January 11th, 2021 by PC Gamer.
Let's go. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna try this game out then.
Yep. $40 one time.
That's it. Okay, fine.
I'll wait till you play it first, and then I'll get it.
I'll play it tonight.
Cap.
Oh boy.
I want to see.
I might share my screen.
Well, if you buy it and share your screen, he has to buy it based on that logic.
Listen, I'll do what I did last time. If you get it and you like it, I'll get it.
All right, I'll take you up on that.
Boom.
Okay, pinky promise.
Pinky
Got it.
promise.
I'll be
You got
doing this
that.
too much, and
Mhm.
I don't
You
be
doing it
seeing
too
a lot
much.
of stuff happening, bro.
You
Got
gotta be
that.
cool. You gotta be cool.
You got
This is
that.
cool.
You got that. Pinky promise. Pinky promise. But anyways, I think it's time. It's finally time for literally everybody's favorite segment, and that is B's Throwback of the Week. You know
Oh,
what
you.
that music reminds me of?
Oh,
It
you.
reminds me of
You hear it now.
Yeah, I hear it.
Wow.
It was
reminds
low
me
for
of
me.
the- Huh?
I heard it.
Oh
I'm-
yeah. It reminds me of the episode of SpongeBob when he was dancing in his house with Gary to the music. Y'all, you know what I'm talking? I was an avid SpongeBob watcher. I'm sorry.
Well,
But,
I watched SpongeBob. Reese didn't watch SpongeBob, so he wouldn't know.
This
He
man
wouldn't
rolled
know
his
who
eyes
Patrick,
The only-
Mr. Sandy. He don't know.
The only SpongeBob I
Yo,
know is
Yo,
what's been
yo, go ahead.
memed. That's it.
So check it out. He don't know nothing about. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? He don't know about that. He don't know about that.
Miss me.
All right.
I didn't know that was the throwback of the week.
No, it is not. The throwback of the week. Okay, here we go. The developer is Natsume. The game was published by Bandai.
A Natsume title, huh?
Yep. The game was released in March 29, 1996.
Oh, I know what it is.
It was for Super Famicom or Super
Mhm.
Nintendo.
What is it? What is it, Key?
Yep.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
You got Oregon Trail right last week. How did you go? How did you regress back to Conker's Bad Fur
Yo,
Day?
it's gotta be Conker's Bad Fur Day, bro.
Gosh.
Wait a minute. You said
I-
Natsume.
Natsume. Yo, and don't be
SDS.
looking it up,
I'm
Reese.
not.
Don't be looking it up, bro.
Wow, the fact that you would accuse me of such slander.
I didn't accuse
Nats-
anything. I said
Yo,
don't.
I don't
I
know,
did
Reese. I
accuse you.
feel like that is Reese trench coat behavior.
Okay.
Accusing
my
you would've
keyboard's
been
right
Reese.
here.
Why are you
Let me
looking
see.
it up? I see you looking
Let's
it up.
see.
That's accusing. I just said don't
Natsumi,
be,
Super
Natsumi.
Famicom 96,
bro.
Harvest
Yep.
Moon.
Breath of Fire 1.
Wrong. So,
Wow.
the game
Breath of Fire.
is
Nice try, guy.
Nah, you're done now. You get one. You get one guess. Can't keep guessing.
He said Breath of Fire.
Might be.
Yeah. What's
the
this?
engine. I'll even give you the engine. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition. How about that? That's the engine that they used to
Wow.
make this game.
Wait, what? They
The
used
Mighty
engine
Morphin
They
to
Fire.
fight-
used another video game to make this game.
That is hilarious.
That would make no damn sense.
I mean, it was by the same company, so that's just the engine. They just used that.
Okay,
game.
now it
They
makes a whole
fixed
bunch of sense.
Yeah. The name of this game is let me not butcher this. Shin Kido Senkei Gundam Wing Endless Duel for Super Nintendo. Gundam Wing Endless Duel. So earlier I said that there's a lot of Gundam games out, and a lot of them are mid to trash, except for some. The Breaker series 1 and
This?
2 and Endless Duel is a 2D fighting game for the Super Nintendo that is so highly rated, it's insane.
That it
8 out of
blows
9.
all these
yeah.
current. Yo, forget all these others. I'll play this SNES game all day.
Yeah.
All day. As a matter of fact, I got to get it now. This isn't cap. I have to get this now because this game is so good.
It was only released in Japan, so us being kids, we had to play it by other ways when we were younger. And we got our hands on it. And this game,
I was watching somebody play this game
rivals
recently.
Street Fighter, Alpha. It rivals all of those good 1990 to early 2000, 2D fighting games. It has all of the things, all of the frames, all the traps, all of the stuff.
Can you pick Contra?
In a Gundam way. Yeah, you can play Sandrock.
Nice.
Yeah, it has like all the wing, all of them actually.
I just like Contra.
So
He's a beast.
Sandrock, he's in there. Like Depth Side Custom, both wings, heavy arms. What's it? Tallgeese, Epion, all of them are in there.
We played a lot of this.
We played a lot of this game.
You say Death Scythe and Death Scythe Custom. That reminded me of Zoids and how you've got the different. You got Liger Zero.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all the other different like Zoid combinations. Just I never really watched Gundam all like that. Like the only one I really watched was IBO, which is amazing. Iron Blood Orphans. If you haven't seen that, please go out there and learn you some. Reese will probably in another 3 or 4 years. But it is a really phenomenal anime. But I'm sorry, you guys can go back to
It's Endless Duel. Endless Waltz is a film.
Endless Duel.
Endless Duel.
You heard me with an accent.
It's getting crazy.
Right. And yeah, it's a 2D fighting game. A lot of people don't know about it because it never came here. It's only released in Japan. And it had been released here. A lot of people, like I'm reading comments from people from IGN and things of that nature from here who got to play it now or then, but they could only talk about it. They couldn't do an actual review on it. That it literally could stand next to the Street Fighters of its time.
It could have.
All of those games.
It was
of
so
its time.
clean. It was smooth. It had cool animations. It was representing the platform appropriately. It had everything except for the fact a Western release. That's what it lacked.
And more characters.
Oh yeah, there was a roster of 8 or 9.
Yep, because they only used the main flagship Gundams from Wing, and like some of the mobile suits that were like tough, like the ones at the end, the blue and the red ones.
The blue and the red ones. Yeah, I was gonna say they couldn't use
that.
like the regular mobile suits. That wouldn't be realistic.
Right, and it kind of shot. So what they did going forward was they added Gundams from just other series just to add them in, and that was a good idea, but on worse games. They should have did it.
Yeah, like that one we played, like it had literally every Gundam franchise. I'm like, I didn't even know it was this deep.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, there it is. Gundam Wing Endless Duel from '96 for the Super Nintendo, Super Viacom.
If you haven't heard of it, at least look it up.
Yeah, I've seen it, and I've seen the Power Rangers game as well.
Yeah, I played that Power Rangers game when I was a kid. So
I
it's
did
wild
not.
that I got to play the whack version and the hot version.
the
same game.
whack version. Like, yo, this is a whack game. Let me run that engine and show you how to really do it. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's dope, right? That they believed in that game and they're like, it didn't do well. What did we do wrong? They tweaked it, fixed it, boom, 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 boom.
Because the engine
then-
is so good.
Would you
Right.
call Gundam a bigger IP than Power Rangers?
No, I wouldn't. It's tough. It's probably close.
It's
probably
probably
close.
really
Remember, this is
close.
Probably
OG Power Rangers, like the original Power Rangers. It's
Yeah,
not-
because original Power Rangers is deep. They're both
Yeah.
of these series are
Yo.
deep.
Yeah, like I was talking to Imrod, and he was like, when he was in Japan, when he was waiting for his flight to go to Busan, he was like, yo, Power Rangers is so big there. It's crazy. So, yo, Power Rangers is still crazy. Like, he's like, this Power Ranger I've never heard of, all in the subway station.
There
He was
are
Yeah, I mean,
like
fair.
30
But
different-
also, Japan has a literal life-size Gundam.
This is also true. This is also true. Also
more
true.
than one, I think. I think this is it's not the first time they've did this. They've done it a couple times.
And they both
Really?
have an exuberant amount of series and
Yeah, right.
Manga,
that came
like,
after the
I-
original.
Mhm.
I don't know what's bigger. I like Gundam more, but I don't know what's bigger.
Yeah.
They
right,
both
And
right.
and if we were to, and you said which one is bigger, how are we measuring that? Are we measuring that by earnings, lifetime earnings, or like what?
I don't know if like
See,
I
now
don't
it's
know if I
getting
do
too
lifetime
deep.
no,
earnings just because like let's say for instance like you got the Power Rangers movie, the what is it, the purple goo movie or whatever, and then you got let's say because it's literally the only one I know. Then you have Endless Waltz, right?
Mhm.
Let's say Endless Waltz made 5 million, I don't know, and the Blue Goo movie made 4 million.
Mhm.
Does that mean that more people watch or like
Yeah, like nah.
No, because they could have charged
Nah.
more for their tickets. it could have been that. So
I don't know.
no,
like,
I
you
just
know what I'm
wanted
saying?
to see if there was a clear way to say, oh, which one's bigger? Because we have length of existence, we have number of entries, whether it be movie, animation,
existence is
games, things
Gundam.
like that. So it's hard to
Gundam
measure
has been
that.
out longer than Power Rangers.
Mhm.
Probably by at least a decade. No,
Let's see.
and
Gundam.
that'll be our last factor of the day. Let's see how much older Gundam is Power Rangers.
Here we go. This is the last factoids. Let's see what we got here. I mean, I gotta find its origin. You want to look up Power Rangers, and I'll look up Gundam. Go.
All right, fine. All right. Power
I'm gonna look up
Rangers
Super
origin.
Sentai, which I literally just learned about because I had no idea. I never even heard of Super Sentai, but apparently
The
Power Rangers.
The original work, which is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, released in 1993.
So, not counting manga, the first episode of Mobile Suit Gundam was 79.
Ooh.
Gundam, the original. The
Gundam.
original.
Yep.
This just reminded me. I heard. Okay, this is gonna be my last bit of canon info for the day.
Okay.
Someone told me that all the older Power Rangers episodes,
Yeah.
when they're out of the suit, is who we see. We see Johnny Young Bach. His name, it was Johnny Young Bach, right? I forget. But we see all those characters. But when they are in the suits, that is actually Super Sentai or whatever it was in Japan. They just took that and they added it. You know what I mean? Like they just
Yeah.
Yeah.
put it in in the episode. They didn't actually film it. It's not actually the American characters that we know.
Yeah. They just like, yo, we saw them out, and they just was like, hey, yo, run that footage. All right,
Yeah,
Run
bet.
that footage real quick. Like,
footage.
yo,
Yeah.
power up, and then
And
it's
voice-
them. It
It's
is them.
voiceovers, yes, when necessary. Yeah.
Ah, they did those over. That's it.
Yo,
Yeah.
them exaggerating in the air when they get kicked and like blasted. Yo, it was
Power Rangers
so.
was so lit. Yo, they're
But real talk,
so-
ragdoll
I still
physics.
want to punch a putty, fam.
Yo, them, like, yo, get out my face, man, for real.
Get out of here, bro. You
Too
talking
good.
too much.
You know, you're not talking. Your gibberish meter's on 100. You gotta go take care of that family.
Yo, man. Yo, what was the name of that game? Something mutant? Biomutant.
Biomutant.
Get it together.
Biomutant.
Do your
Wild.
dailies and turn
You
them
do.
and turn the gibberish meter off on putties, fam.
Please.
But-
Please.
But yeah, quick overview of everything we've discussed, I guess. Bad Blizzard, like I said. Do better, please.
Bad Blizzard.
Do better. be better for you, for us, for everyone.
Um,
Talk.
Lost in Random is a game that people should definitely, at least to the minimum, look up or look into. The game is actually really cool, different, risk-taking, card-based battle system, action adventure game, or not completely card-based battle system, but card-based like ability. Dude, look into it. It's awesome.
Lost in Random. It looks amazing.
Really
It
cool.
looks cool. I'm on board for that game.
Oh, also, it is coming out September 10th. Sorry, not to cut you off. It's coming out September 10th, and I really wanted to note this to get on Reese's nerves. Is that he said it's coming to PC, console, and Switch. He said that, not me.
Oh, bet.
It's coming to PC, console, and Switch on September 10th. New Worlds Key apparently is going to give it a try, and I'm going to watch him give it a try.
It's a cop right now.
Nice.
It's a cop right now. You heard it here first.
Ooh, official tissue.
The Gundam game.
It's free. I'm gonna play it, but
It's
it's,
free.
probably gonna
We're
get
gonna give it a look.
uninstalled. But we gonna try it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna try it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Gundam.
And with that being said, this has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.